Sound like some mafia shit, Jumbo. Uncle Paulie take a nigga for his last ride. See ya. Sure that.
This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play that role and I'm ending the movie.
Yeah, I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I never go back on my promise. Yeah, one thing I don't like, to be honest. They gon' keep popping until I pop up. Look at them acting astonished. Claiming they trapped out of Hondas. They must was living in Disneyland. I was uptown with his problems. Stuck on the pole selling milligrams. They wouldn't last for a minute, man. Pulling all nighters on double shifts. Call them put 3 up on finish, man. Twice in a day, that's a double flip. Effing and twins call them double mints. Chew through your flesh like it's double mint. Homicide asking my whereabouts. Nobody know where the fuck you went. Refuse to be tame, I'm a different beast. Trying to run straight in the Dickie fleece. I'm on the road with the money yet, and I need a bean for a 50 piece. Completed the puzzle, no missing piece. I'm on a mission like God sent me. I'm on a level that can't be reached. Nigga, I speak like God.
The party is scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play that role and I'm ending the movie.
Yeah, I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. Serving who moving that white. Yeah, I done got used to this life. I done grew heartless, stuck in the darkness. I know my future is bright. I'm at the stove and I'm knee deep, cooking your body on repeat. Rifles inside of the trap, try to run up ahead. I'ma shoot, make you retreat. Niggas is not to be trusted. Searching for info, I won't reveal it. Gripping the handle, I clutch it. Shoot them bro dead and I won't conceal it. Niggas be trying to stay relevant. The game is designed for intelligence. Hustle, I do it in fashion. Tripping designer, that's elegant. I know they gon' hate for some odd reason. I'm a pulling and blocking a Dodge Demon. Give me some top from that main bitch. She gon' swallow my nut like it's God seen me. Completed the puzzle, no missing piece. I'm on a mission like God sent me. I'm on a level that can't be reached. Nigga, I speak like God in me.
The party is scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play that role and I'm ending the movie.
Yeah, I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear God in these niggas. I swear to God.
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine in. The Duke of Tears and Empress about to begin. Giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Duke of Tears with some more offerings.
Going out to the all-men, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the all-men, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the old.
Swooping through like an eagle, more like a stinging bee. Ancestors is left, right in front me. I'm all that vid dynasty live inside me. Moon goddess is worth, shit worth, native made for greatness. Yeah, wild, with natural style, rain dancer under the moon, knock through the pearly gates. Escape from Spain to Panama, we still ahead of y'all. Never racing, just slow pacing to the top of the dome. We stand tall, y'all. Never lazy to walk, clap, and slap back. For all the more talking, Shinnecock, never stop. A little petite, but never retreat. 10K is doggone tall, y'all. Chopper riding, we awake, very deep streaming. E.T. beaming, blood chop, lightsaber walker, wolf talker, never stop.
To the all-men, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the all-men, mind talk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the tomahawk chop. An entire city block, big buffalo people coming back to wreck shop. Hip hop about and pop, can't stop the rebirth of raw indigenous rock with the native chant. Christ war dance at a glance. Anyone who glance at the Shechem war dance, Chief Seventh Feather Owl, the Moorish Colin Powell, make all these 14th Amendment rappers throw in the towel. Square, compass, and travel. These masons taking oaths, disrespecting ancestors, selling their souls to ghosts. I raise my glass, make a toast to Aboriginal hosts, traveling through the cosmos. That's most, meaning that's on top. My wounded knee bandaged up. Black Hawk, what's up? Geronimo Skull. We taking it back from the tomb of the bones when we coming in the rooms and we zoom like Hallmark, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the Hallmark, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine in. The Jupiter tears and empress, I'm about to begin. Giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Jupiter tears with some more offering.
Peace, family. Yeah, man. Y'all check out some new tunes. Go check out that Duke of Tears. He dropping some flame, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it real. Shouting out some of the Aboriginal tribes in the jam, yo. It's a nice hit. Oh yeah, man. Thoughts of Aboriginals open panel today, man. So if y'all want to join the panel, put your emails in the chat. I'll try to get to them as quick as possible. But yeah, man, it's your boy Aboriginal Power. Back Aboriginal Power. Man, y'all know what it is, man. We just gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, be killing them, man.
Man, yeah, we absolutely gonna keep killing them.
Hey, man, peace to Aboriginal Power, man. Black Aboriginal Power. That's what's up. Hey, peace and love to all American Aborigines. Chief Holiday in the building. The truth is here. Hey, I'm gonna be in and out, y'all. So shout out to everybody, man. I'm gonna let Ab do his thing. But peace and love to everybody. OOGA.
Man. So yeah, man, we just gonna keep it rocking, man. Been a lot of information coming out. The brother Antonchin is one drop flame this one morning. So if y'all guys didn't check it out, y'all go check it out on this channel. Back on his usual channel. He did went in on the 103 facts about the Black Indian of the Western Hemisphere. It was definitely fire. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you know. You know what I mean? Peace to everybody that's coming in. Like I said, it's open panel. So if anybody want to get on the panel, just put your emails in the chat and we can build. We just gonna have a free build today. It's thoughts from an Aboriginal. So whatever y'all thinking, whatever y'all want to build on. I'm gonna keep it rocking with the music just for a little bit. I ain't gonna go in, keep playing the music too long. I'm just gonna keep it a little bit, just till we get a few people to come in. So that's just how we gonna rock. So we ain't trying to go in too much, like I said. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's coming through, showing the brother Chief Holiday love. Like I said, he gonna keep dropping flame as always. So yeah, man, we just gonna keep it. We just gonna keep it rocking. You know what I'm saying? So much bliss to everybody out there, and tune in. We about to get it shaking. We about to get it shaking. Wallace, brother. I don't think that's the right email. For some reason, I ain't. It pop out. It ain't let me put you in. Let me see what we can do. Yeah, man. Peace to everybody that's coming out. So we're just gonna keep it rocking. Yeah, here we go.
me, man. I want K to hear me. I ain't gonna never go about this way ever again. 1K, nigga, Hardaway, nigga. Hardaway 1K. I know how I'm rocking. Y'all know who the fuck it is, nigga. It's Hardaway. It's Hardaway. When these niggas time for fame, 10 times 100. For real. Oh, they throw out on my name, 10 times 100. Man, these young niggas too lame, 10 times 100. Fuck them, this shit just come with the game, 10 times 100. 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 My name, 10 times 100. Oh, these young niggas too late, had to remember the times the niggas were homies of mine. They sent me you want a piece of my pie. I would kept it 100 times a dime, but nigga won't be the cool boy fine. Haircut, better get it in line. Niggas hate to see another nigga shine. I swear the little bros keep back up to fly. Back up to 100 times. You don't know how I feel, nigga. You don't know how my past feels. Wake him up, he slip out Fayetteville. I'm up now, he mad at our past deal. I do it big like the past kill. Smack your bitch out like a bad pill. I know that you mad to a has-been. Beat you like I teach you Nashville. Be the shit when you broke. Like a stress, I'm coming at your throat. Never heart that nigga, you was a dope.
Mic check, mic check.
On Facebook in a week, you was a hoe. There was 6 B's, VS, and them folks. Swimming with the fishes, boy, I hope you can float. Look, my red beam, turn your head to the body. Nigga, chain for fame, stay 10 times 100. Oh, they throw out on my name, 10 times 100. Man, these young niggas too lame, 10 times 100. But this shit just come with the game, 10 times 100. 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 For real, 10 times 100. My name, 10 times 100. Oh, these young niggas too lame, they said I be pissing on niggas shit. I guess I got a bad bladder. We had the little brother checking in, said don't shoot like the lives matter. Niggas be faking you actor, CEO of big game. Look, bitch, I'm the captain. Kinda can't know the Panthers. Pull up on me, you won't leave. They said I be pissing on niggas shit. I guess I got a bad bladder. We had the little brother checking in, said don't shoot like the lives matter. Niggas be faking you actor, CEO of big game. Look, bitch, I'm the captain. Kinda can't know the Panthers. Pull up on me, you won't leave. Turn the bug in the Casper. Nigga take for fame, 10 times 100. Oh, they close out on my name, 10 times 100. Man, these young niggas too lame, 10 times 100. For me, this shit just come with the game, 10 times 100. My shit, 10 times 100. 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 My name, 10 times 100. Oh, these young niggas too lame, 10 times 100. Hey,
Yeah, man. Peace. Peace, brother Wallace. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear. You clear, brother.
All right, cool. I didn't think anybody could hear me, man.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Had the music up. Could you hear the music?
Yeah, I can hear the music. I just thought, because I'm going through these Appalachian Mountains again, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. I couldn't get on last time. I had a problem with my phone, but check this out, man. I was listening to Brother Tarshan's one earlier today, and I couldn't get through to him because he didn't have his phone and stuff hooked up. But to get back on this HOK and all these other fake African stuff like that, man, hey, hit these people off with the public law 90-284, man, where it specifically states the rights of the Indians. If y'all just hit them off with that, man, it should end the whole daggone argument, because that's public law, that's congressional stuff, and there's no way they can debunk that. You know, they wasn't marching for no Africans. They wasn't marching for no black people. We were marching for Indians.
Yeah, they know
you see
that.
What I'm
Yeah, they definitely know that, man. They ain't wanting to hear that stuff. You know what I mean? They deflate away from it. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can definitely drive. If you want to go in and build on it, you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just want to hit that out. Yeah, I just want to hit that out because, you know, everybody like to fall back on Martin Luther King this, Martin Luther King that. Want to give little, you know, fake ass talking points on it, but they never come with the whole daggone thing. Now I say if we go ahead and just I'm gonna pull it back up and increase my knowledge on it. I just want to give a little shout out towards that because it's congressional law. It's public law. Everybody, man, everybody should be up on that. That should be like, you should be walking around with that in your pocket and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's,
you know, that should be like your.
That's in the civil. That's in the Civil Rights Act, 1968.
Yeah. April 11, 19. Sister Phoenix be hitting on that all the time, and it's like I said, we should be carrying that in your breast pocket, your back pocket. That should be in your wallet. That's like the number one weapon right there, and that should end all arguments. And if none of them in the chat, none of them on a panel, you know what I mean, don't know nothing about that, that should be like your number one goal to make yourself
sometimes we don't want to hit them.
Sometimes
we don't want to hit them with everything. So we
right.
we bait them in so we can sit down in front of them, screen sharing, ain't no running, ain't no hanging up the phone, and we just get
right.
to it. I'm saying, but that definitely people do need to be aware and up on that.
Yeah, because I'm waiting. I'm gonna try to get in contact with next time Natasha want to get on and get his stuff up. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself more informed over that Civil Rights Act, because after they passed it, where the hell was it? It's like we dropped the ball big time on that mug, man. I didn't know about it until this year. Matter of fact, I think it was in May. That's when I found out about it, and I'm like, man, what the? It's like a big bomb going off in your head. It's like, what the heck's going on? Where was it? Who was talking about it?
Right.
Why wasn't it brought up? You know what I mean? All this talk about African this, African that, this. I was listening to that show. What was that, yesterday? Who was that on there? Consul or something like that? Just running daggone circles all around the daggone point, wasn't staying on point. Really pissed me off, but I couldn't get through. You see what I'm saying? I just couldn't get through, and I wanted to hit that daggone public law 90-284 in his ass and just see him, or just him cram the hell up. You know what I mean? Yeah, just cram up. There was no way to use wordplay on it. There was no way to ask all these stupid ass questions on it. It just ends the whole argument. We weren't marching for daggone black folk. We weren't marching for those 380 so-called Africans that were sent here, that got completely obliterated throughout the daggone time of them so-called being here by us. You see what I'm saying?
Even when you get into it more, even when you get to the Emancipation Act that happened, Africans was never emancipated. Africans didn't pop up until after emancipation, a proclamation.
And right. And they were never supposed to be citizens of the United States anyway. Am I correct?
Correct.
So how can these Pan-Africans come on anybody's platform, even their own platform, and act like they, trying to educate somebody? They the walking dead right now. They were never supposed to be citizens of this United States corporation. So how can they have any daggone thing to talk about? They are literally the walking dead, even though I know they're Aboriginals, even though I know, they're original to this continent, but that mentality, that Pan-African mentality, makes them the walking dead. Anybody that gonna go along with that program, don't wait for the cops to do it. Just go ahead and end your life right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
How can you go on and on and on talking about African this and African that, when in actuality, congressional record again, I'll find it and I'll post it. You were never supposed to be citizens of this country, of this corporation. Fuck the country.
Right.
But this is the things they shy away from. They want to, deflect. One of the weapons in their arsenal is called deflection. And another thing on consanguinity. The root word of consanguinity is sangue. When I was down in Brazil, a lot of people, you talk that Brazilian Portuguese, and you talk about blood, you say sangue. So when you get up to consanguinity, and you talk about blood relations, the root word of consanguinity is sangue, which is blood. So if we're really gonna spit the fire, oh man, I wish I wasn't fucking driving right now. But anyway, I'm up in these Appalachian Mountains driving this truck. Shout out to Joe 47. Shout out to Peace. Shout out to the whole daggone chat room. Hey, you have more people coming up on here, and those people in the chat room need to be chiming in too. Here, the fire is out here. Like I always say, feathers up. The fire is out here. Drop that African shit. Tribe up.
This shit there. Tribe up. Feathers up, brother.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it.
Anytime these daggone Pan-Africans try to come through again, man, shut them the fuck. Don't play no games. Don't play no games. The games are over.
Yeah,
because you got people out here that got fire that want to, that is ready to crack some heads. Games are over. Wordplay over. K ass back to Africa. If you think you're African, You're not supposed to be a citizen of this daggone corporate. The corporation don't want you. The United States corporation do not want you.
Yeah,
So the game's over. Tribe up, feathers up, tomahawks up.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Now that's right, and it's like, listen, y'all respect everybody else. When y'all over there, y'all respect the white man. Y'all want to do everything that the white man do. All we telling you is, while you on our land, just respect what we do. We have no problem with nobody.
Right.
Just respect us on our land.
There it is. So, I just want to come on over, just finally got a chance to get on. Just go ahead and speak. I've been holding that stuff for a while, man. I know it's coming out kind of passionate, but when you got so much stuff in your head, you try to get it all out and stuff like that. And then, you got the yelling and the cussing going on. But, it's going to be more to come. And hopefully I can be, more calm as, as the days go by. But go ahead and build on stuff, man. I'm going to go ahead and continue this driving. I'm listening in. I just want to go ahead and get my little 2 cents out. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh,
2
yeah.
cents.
For sure.
Copper-colored pennies. Copper-colored pennies. Copper-colored tests. And all those Pan-Africans know they got copper-colored skin. So fuck them. I'm out. Go ahead and build, Chief.
Absolutely. Chief, you got something to say about that? Yeah, man. But yeah, absolutely, man. We gotta definitely be aware and keep our thing going, man. We gotta be aware of everything that we're doing. Because we are peaceable people, but yet again we are ruthless. We ready to ride at any given time. So we gotta understand what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? We can't let no people come up in our land and just destroy shit the way they claim. You know what I mean? So that's totally bogus. You see what I'm saying? So once we get to what we need to get to understand where we at, and then we can just take it from there. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of work to do, and we keep worrying about the next people and who hurting us and who got their foot on our neck. That ain't how it go, yo. That is not how it go. So we need to learn how to just make sure we understand what we dealing with and take matters into our own hands. Because right now we acting like it's everybody else's fault. You see what I'm saying? So let's just get it together. Let's just get it together. So yeah,
Facts.
word. I just sent you the link, brother.
You talking to me, bro?
No, I was talking root word.
Oh, okay. Hey, but is there any way you can mute me? Because it's gonna be a real noise up here once I start hitting these hills, man.
Oh, you can hit the mute button on your screen.
Oh, okay.
You can hit the mute button on the screen. So yeah, man. Thank you. I'll mute your camera. Can you find it? Hey, I'm gonna mute it for you, baby. All right, we got you muted. Everything good. Peace. Light Man Z. We got Light Man Z in the building. How you doing, brother?
Peace, Halito, Chimakachuma, all that good stuff. What up?
What up, though? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. The sun is shining. You know what I'm saying? Getting them good minerals from the sun.
Absolutely.
I'm out here representing feathers up all day, every day, forever.
Facts.
Hello?
We flying high, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to be an Aboriginal right about now. So, take pride in it. We definitely flying high, brother. What's
right.
What's your thoughts? Thoughts up from my Aboriginal. What's your thoughts, like?
Well, before I state my thoughts, let me say my disclaimer and tell everybody fair use, and address everybody up in the chat. No sellout, peace. Ghost, peace. Misleader, peace. Man, fuck it. Peace to the chat room. And here go my disclaimer. All right, so if anybody use my name, my voice, any of that shit, you will be hit with a $10,000 million fine or whatever. Slap the lean on that ass. All right. And according to Article 51 of UNDRIP and ADRIP, if you fuck up on my shit, you're done for. Light man Z. All right, so let's get it, man. All right, so AP.
What's up, brother?
I sent you this dude that, you know, he's running his own Aboriginal nation or whatever. And I'm trying to actually set up a interview with him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we could get to know what's really going on. And as far as my thoughts with the Aboriginal thing going, you know, it's time to move on to the next phase, man. You know, like I said before, in the last time y'all talked to me, I said that I feel like it was kind of like a red flag to see Isaiah Thomas, to see all these Moors and Masons claim that we Aboriginal and taunting us, but yet they are the ones behind the back shaking hands and with the enemies and shit. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like, okay, we got niggas that's against us saying we Aborigines, and we got niggas that's just confused saying we not Aborigines. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, it seem like niggas is like facade, they fictitious at the end of the day. But how can you not be fictitious? You do your motherfucking genealogy and say fuck what a nigga say. You feel me? That's why I push that shit the most. Do your motherfucking genealogy out there. If you're not doing that every day, then what the fuck is you doing? All of this history and everything that we do, that's cool. That's lovely. That will prove these history books wrong, and that'll teach you your culture, who you are, where you came from, and everything. And I'll tell you like this, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my late 20s, right? I was raised inside a shotgun house in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'm gonna talk to A1 soon because I think I was that nigga mailman for real. I was the mailman for a part in Essex County. I'm not gonna say the city name no like that because I ain't trying to air niggas out. But there, oh shit, I don't even want to go into that shit. But yeah, so my great grandma, if niggas is listening, she had a look to her like the long head and the slanted eyes and all of that good stuff, right? And before she died, you know, I could just see the pain in her eyes that she knew that her kids didn't know who they were, but she wanted to tell them so bad. And if you ever check it, AP, most of the great grandparents or whatever, they real quiet about this. They hardly speak because we already know back in the day, if you used to speak up about shit, yo, that was your ass, right? Now, anyway, the nigga that we going to interview real soon, hopefully we get in touch with him because he wants us to call in. We could call in right fucking now if you're ready to do that shit, AP. I'm ready to do that shit right now, my nigga. We get that shit going right now on live. You heard?
Facts.
All right, yeah. So this guy, he talks about having town meetings and summits and all types of things so he could pass certain bills and he date back to certain treaties or whatever. So he's already ahead of the game with certain shit. But I just want to fill him out to see what's going on. So I'm about to call this nigga right now. You heard?
Go ahead then, brother. Go ahead. That's fine. We ready to, you know, get the information, build with brothers, and see, you know, all tight. You know what I mean? We ready to interview, build, call in. We're gonna do whatever it takes to push the information. It don't stop, brother.
For sure. So if it's all right with Chief, yo, Chief, you there, my nigga? I mean, my Indian.
My brother.
My brother.
Nah, he popping in and out.
All right. So I'm about to just make that phone call. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to filibuster the chat, but bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. They fucking with me, y'all. They fucking with me. Hold on. 259. Make this phone call. Yeah, we about to get in there. Yeah, this guy named. I'm gonna just let him introduce himself. Let me make this phone call.
Yeah, man. So yeah, as a brother dude.
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Light man Z, peace, brother. How you doing, man? Peace. Tomahawk said peace.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to building with Medicine Man, getting them hooked up with the hangouts, popping them up in here with us. And, you know, we all trying to drop some powerful information. you know, once we start clicking on that rhythm, it's hard to stop.
Hey, who is he talking about interviewing?
That dude. Listen, man, if y'all could screen share and play one of his videos real quick to see who we about to interview, that'd be dope, right?
Who you talking about?
It's this dude that's over son called Enna. You know what I'm saying? Let me.
Oh, you talking about Two Hawk? Talking about Two Hawk?
That's Fana. That's Fana. Not him. Not him. Definitely not him. We already know how he moving. Not him. Some other dude. He only get like 15 views a video or whatever, but he on it. Like he on that Phoenix Moon type rhythm. Like he's very proactive. So his name is Anu Thunder of Enna.
Anu.
Yeah, y'all could play one of his videos to see if he eligible, if he got potential to be interviewed or not. We could do that right now.
How you spell that? Anu.
ANU. Thunder. Yeah. Capital A, capital N, capital U. Then we go to Thunder. Then we got Enna.
Oh.
Shit, I could just send you the video.
Yeah, you could have did that for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna just send you the video. I sent it to you. I sent it to you already.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, it's already inside your inbox.
Yeah, the dark matter joint, right?
Yeah. See what's going on in the chat.
I'll play a little bit of it.
Yeah, man, we could just check them out, see what's going on.
Black men in prison today, they were enslaved in 1850.
Oh hell no! What the hell is that?
Years it's been talking about.
That's the Anna video, dude. What are you talking about?
Is that a brown dude speaking? Let me see.
Look older. Look a little older.
Yeah, look a little older.
Yeah, let's click on it again. We'll click on another one. Here we go.
Hello, good people. Hello, good people. Greet. Again, this is a new Thunder. We're in a live in Dark Matter Radio, Ronnie McQueen. This is a show where you can find the indigenous nations of North America. People were laying the foundations in order for us to be solidified as one people, many nations, under one flag.
Yeah, that's him, man. We ain't got to play that whole thing if y'all don't want to. I think he good enough already, huh?
Doing things like this in order for us all to be able to move forward as beings, people. As we know, it's better to have two heads than it is one.
All right, man. All right, yeah, that's it for that. Yeah. So I'm about to just make that phone call, man. Chief, you cool with that? All right, whatever. Chief cool with it.
I'm pretty sure Chief cool with it.
All right.
Yeah, just go with it. Right there.
All right, man. Chief.
But yeah, man, as we, make our days, you know what I mean, we just got to keep it building, keep loading up on information. Like I was saying earlier, if y'all watch the brother A1 on Tonchinus one channel last night, he had a brother Medicine Man on the dropping good flame. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, root words. I sent you the link, brother. Yeah, the Duke of Series, that song is fire, yo. Yeah. I gotta check it out. He's shouting out. He keeping it real.
AP.
What's up, bro?
So, you can't make two phone calls on the same line where you can't be on this internet thing and then make a phone call. So I wasn't able to reach him. But if you on this through your computer, you can make a phone call through your phone or whatever. Or you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna get back with y'all, okay? And then cause I'm gonna try to add him to this call. Like I'm gonna try to send him the link. Right?
Right.
All right, yeah. So I'll be back, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thug dizzle. And to everybody to the chat, man, stay focused, man. Fuck the bullshit, man. Stay on the good shit. Excuse my language, everybody. All right, I'll be back.
Oh yeah, we gotta keep it positive. Stay up, brother. Feathers up.
All right, I'll be right back.
But yeah, man, we just gotta keep it rocking, man. We know exactly what it is. we're unfortunate people. So yeah, man, we just gotta keep taking pride in what we're doing and keep it work. You know what I'm saying? Just keep up the good work, keep it rocking, keep it shaking. And that is how we need to do. So Chief, what you got to say about that? Chief? You sleep. But nah, nah, what's up, bro? Yeah, I think Jersey was trying to ask you something, but it didn't work out. But he said he'd call back in. But yeah, man, that was definitely nice what the brother and Thompson's one dropped last night. Then again, he dropped some flame this morning, going through the 103 facts about the Black Indian of the Western Hemisphere. Kind of got into that and some of the facts that was in the book. And yeah, it was just straight flame. And we just need to keep it rocking. You know what I mean? So yeah, I sent a couple links, but the folks will be coming in. So hold on just a second. We're gonna keep it rocking though. Oh yeah, man, Chief in and out. We're just gonna keep it shaking. This is Thoughts from Aboriginal. Like I said, it's an open panel, so if you want to get on, just put your emails in the chat. Yeah, the Duke of Tears song is fire, man. Y'all want to check it out one more time? All right. Here we go.
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine in. The Duke of Tears is an empress about to begin. Giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Duke of Tears with some more offering.
Going out to the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the old.
Swooping through like an eagle, more like a stinging bee. Ancestors is left, right, in front me. I'm all that vid dynasty, live inside me. Moon goddess since birth, she worth native, made for greatness. Yeah, wild, with natural style. Rain dancer under the moon, knock through the pearly gates. Escape from Spain to Panama. We still ahead of y'all. Never racing, just slow pacing to the top of the dome. We stand tall, y'all. Never lazy to walk, clap, just clap back. For all the more talking, Shinnecock, never stop. A little petite, but never retreat. 10K is doggone tall, y'all. Chopper riding, we awake, very deep streaming. E.T. beaming, blood chop, lightsaber walker, wolf talker, never stop.
To the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the Tomahawk chop, an entire city block. Big Buffalo people coming back to wreck shop. Hip hop about it pop, can't stop the rebirth of raw indigenous rock with the native chant. Christ war dance, at a glance. Anyone who glance at the Shechem war dance. Chief Seven Feather Owl, the Moorish Colin Powell. Make all these 14th Amendment rappers throw in the towel. Square, compass, and tribal. These masons taking oaths, disrespecting ancestors, selling their souls to ghosts. I raise my glass, make a toast to Aboriginal hosts, traveling through the cosmos. That's most, meaning that's on top. My wounded knee bandaged up. Black Hawk, what's up? Geronimo Skull. We taking it back from the tomb of the bones when we coming in the rooms and we zoom like Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the OG.
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's a nice little song, man. So we just want to play that again because he's shouting out to the Aboriginal. So you know, gotta show love when they showing love, man. Dookie Tears, go check it out. It's flame. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, it's a lot of information, it's a lot of content out there. Y'all just go back, watch, skim through videos. Maybe y'all missed something, or maybe y'all just didn't see it. So y'all go check it out. And we probably go live back later on. So you know what I mean. And I just want to give a little flame. Let the brother Lightman Z come on. And root words or whoever, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna say. Peace. And much bliss to everybody out there, man. Y'all be safe out there as y'all make out there. Contribute, you know what I'm saying? Contribute whatever y'all doing. Y'all be easy. Y'all do it right. And we're gonna keep it rocking.
I ain't gonna never go back this way ever again. 1K, nigga, Hardaway, nigga. Hardaway 1K, y'all know how I'm rocking, y'all know who the fuck it is, nigga. It's Hardaway, it's Hardaway. Any nigga time for fame, 10 times 100. For real, oh, they throw out on my name, 10 times 100. I man, any young nigga too lame, 10 times 100. Fuck this shit just come with the game, 10 times 100. 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 My name, 10 times 100. Oh, these young niggas too lame. Had to remember the times the niggas were homies of mine. They said me, you want a piece of my pie. I would kept it 100 times a dime, but nigga won't be the cool boy. Fine. Haircut, better get it in line. Niggas hate to see another nigga shine. I swat the little buzz, keep bitch up to fly. Bitch up 200 times. You don't know how I feel, nigga. You don't know how my past feels. Wake him up, he slip out Fayetteville. I'm up now, he mad that I passed him. I do it big like the past kill. Smack your bitch out like a bad pill. I know that you mad you a has-been. Beat you like I teach you Nashville. Be the shit when you broke. Like a stress, I'm coming at your throat. Keep a heart, young nigga, you was a joke. They fit it for me in these streets, I'm the dope. On Facebook in a week, you was a hoe. With 6 B's, BS, and them folks. Swimming with the fishes, boy, I hope you can float. Yeah, my red bitch, turn your head to the ball. Nigga, chain for fame, stay 10 times 100. Oh, they throw out on my name, 10 times 100.
What up, bro?
Hey, pause that for 1 second, bro. 1 second, bro. 1 second. Yeah, AP. So, I just sent the link. I just sent old boy's email inside the chat. So he's about to come on here. Very professional dude. So we're gonna greet him the utmost right way, like Indians supposed to. You feel me? And we're gonna make sure this interview go right. You dig?
Yeah, you can hold it down then. You can hold the interview down, bro. You got this.
Well, I mean, if you ever got any questions, anything like that, of course you're gonna ask. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my thing.
Yeah, of course.
But tell Chief to add Ronnie Clean Speaks at gmail.com. Send him the link because he's waiting. He's at work right now, but he stepped out of his job just so he could do this interview with us.
Well, I just sent it to him. So I mean,
yeah, we just gotta send him the link. Ronnie Speaks at gmail.com. All lowercase.
I just sent it to him, bro. Sent it to him. Do he even know how to use Hangout?
Yeah, he got it.
Well, he should be coming in any second. Yeah, man, let's get ready for the brother Ronnie if he comes through. It'll be powerful. See what we can get.
Yeah, brother, I knew Thunder. Man, feathers up, man. People don't know that feathers are metaphysical. They have metaphysical properties to them. They're very spiritual things. And back in the day, you used to have to complete certain tasks or whatever, certain obstacles. It was something like school almost. You was rewarded with a feather for each thing that you did. You know what I'm saying? So those with a lot of feathers, They accomplished a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hit y'all with a little something, something. All right, man. Just waiting for this guy right now to come on. Everybody, bear with us. Bear with us. Yeah, I'ma hit y'all with another Pressure John drop, man, because that King, you know, it's something. It's something else. So I'm gonna show y'all what this brother Cootie Mayo sent us, or sent me rather. So boom. All right. Oh man.
What's up,
Yeah.
Jay?
Yeah. My
What's
bad,
up?
man. My bad. My bad. Yo, y'all sent the link.
Yeah, man, Ben. Ben, you say you sent it.
Ooh, I hold on. I can't send the link. Well, let me see if I could try to. I'm up in here. Try to do it. Oh, I think Cootie Mayo up in here. Oh, no, no, he's not.
What are you talking about?
Yo, how you send the link, man, so we can get this done?
You did you, I sent the brother the link. I'm gonna try it again.
I knew Breed. Who the heck is that? Okay, add people. Okay, here we go. Ronnie.
So yeah, man. We just gonna keep it rocking, man. We waiting on the brother to come in. Try to interview the brother from the New Thunder INNA, I believe. So we're gonna see what the brother talking about. That
Yeah.
is, but I did send him the invite.
Yo, it's a lot of powwows happening in October.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whole lot.
Well, we just gonna keep it down, man. You know, powwow is an indigenous word, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Peace,
man.
peace, man.
Peace, light, Paul. What's going on, brother?
Not much. Just chilling.
How you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, doing pretty well. Doing pretty well.
That's all right. What you
So
got to drop?
You said do what?
So what kind of flame you dropping today? What kind of
Man, I
jewels you
just
gonna
wanted to
drop?
is anybody screen sharing?
Not right now, but I can if possible.
Yeah, I was trying to show the family that those houses I was talking about, because I feel like that's something we need to know about, and that's something some people need to do, because I mean we got people out here spending
What house are you talking about?
it's houses made out of, they call them earth bag houses.
Uh,
Yeah, but the channel is it's on YouTube. It's what is it? Ah man, hold on, let me go to it real quick. My bad if you hear all that vibrating and everything. That's I'm getting messages. It's hard being handsome. Uh the YouTube page is called My Little Homestead.
My little homestead.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can find it. They got some good videos.
Yeah, they got some real good video. Like they show you step by step how to build the house.
I don't want to know step by damn step right now.
Nah, I mean like damn, you don't gotta watch it step by step, but I mean like damn, you can like on one the video that I wanted to show like an hour and something long, you can just like see
Great for
see the
people that are just
beginning.
starting a new business or
You said it's like an hour or something long.
It's like an hour or something long. Like you could just like skip to the middle and
last
then
week.
skip to the
We
end.
moved the
So you can
water
see the
tank for the
picture,
rainwater harvest.
kind of like get an idea of what they did.
Okay, I'm pulling it up right now.
Did you ever wonder if this is as good as life gets? You ever wonder how someone else gets ahead? Why life seems to go easier for them and the money comes in and they live in the fancy houses? Listen, I'm blessed to live in the house of my dreams, and that's all cool. But what I want to share with you today
is that the video?
From struggling to being fearful.
Nah, that's some kind of ad.
2 years ago, we got this crazy idea to build a bedroom for each of the kids.
After a few decisions about what type of building method, both
Yeah, just
alternative
skip
and
to the middle.
Thick wood, and I really like that idea. Dad has found our center post, and he's been working on that and getting that.
it'd be a little bit more artistic. It's a shapely kind of a post, scraping it all down.
Here we go.
It's almost a full sheet. Just
So all those houses in the background are built by dirt.
Yeah.
All of them.
All right, here we go. I'm about to get them in.
I do.
So most of this is built by bags of dirt.
Yeah, you see it?
For acceleration, for installation, then they pack it with plaster.
Right.
So it's pretty much bomb proof at this point.
I didn't hear you.
I said it's pretty much bomb proof at that point.
Right now we have all our pools in.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
like,
fun.
yo, they dope because it's like, man, they spend like $7,000 and they built the whole studio that was soundproof like for like $7,000, and it was underground. Part of it was underground. And then it's another one. It's another channel. They use shipping containers. They make houses out of shipping containers. And I mean, my boy showed me this. He really didn't want me to show anybody this stuff because like we really plan on doing this shit and we ain't want no like problems with people knowing. But damn, fuck that shit. I gotta show the family, you know.
All right, but yeah, we got the brother in we've been waiting on. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you brothers doing today?
Bliss, our new thunder. Yeah, we got you in here.
Peace, brother. Oh, well, peace, elder.
Same thing, brother elder.
Yeah.
Hey y'all new. This is Video Mixes. Right now you're with Aboriginal Power, Chief Holiday, and brother Light Paul, and we glad to have you right now, brother. You know,
Hello
we got
to
the pearly
everyone.
whites going. Yep, Halito.
Halito to everyone. Yes.
Yep. We got a live chat going on, so we got people in the live chat. We just actually, wanted to contact you to see exactly how far you got in this Aboriginal indigenous movement, not just personally, but as for your people too, because we're all in this walk together. We may have been part of different tribes, but we're actually trying to figure these things out so far. So can you actually tell us more about yourself?
Yeah. So a new thunder. So I right now I'm up in Canada working the oil fields. So as you can see, I'm wearing my safety vest now, and I have my company, McLean Safety, and we do contracts for people like Suncor, Syncrude, some of the biggest oil companies on the planet. And if I can use my talents there, this is what I said to myself. I can use my talents here doing projects that are worth almost, 2, 5, anywhere 12, $20 billion. I can use my talents to do what we need to do to be able to upraise our people in North America and for us to become a country of our own. So that's basically what the track that I'm on now. It's been a 3.5 year process. Started this up 3 times before. And every time I stopped because the African track just wasn't working, wasn't making any sense, kept on getting into a lot of dead ends. And the truth, again, slow that it may be, starts to come out as you begin to start finding the right type of information to be able to study. And you got to study an awful lot. So I praise all of you brothers and sisters that are out there that are doing what needs to be done to enlighten your soul to become the original indigenous beings that we were once before 1492. So how far have we gotten? We've gotten pretty far. We have actually really established the framework and the boundaries of a country in order for us to be able to proceed on the way that it needs to be. So right now, what we're in the process of doing is contacting a lot of the larger so-called nations, weeding them out, because a lot of them, we started off with about 22, we're down to about 13 now with the Articles of Confederation. So, and the reason why we weeded them out, because a lot of them are still doing business with the people that we're at war at. And don't forget that we are at war at this very point. That's why when you look at the stuff that Donald Trump is doing and the United States is doing with North Korea, people forget that North Korea, South Korea, and the United States are still at war. What they have in place is an armistice, meaning that there is a ceasefire at this point in time right now. And anytime that they get together, they're getting together to see whether or not if they can actually bring an end to the war itself. So that war in North Korea has been going on for more than 50 years, or about 50 years now. The war that we've been in has been going on for about 500 years, and it's still going on to this very day. That's why there's a lot of laws on the books and that are out there that are able to allow us to be killed pretty much just at will. So remember that, when they talk about slavery, actually what happened in our frame of context is because we're at war. What they did, they put us in prison camps. And from there, they put us intern camps. And then they put us also in free labor camps as they're out there slaughtering and killing the rest of our people almost at will. Because so that slavery situation is actually a prison camp, a free labor camp that they actually put us in to help them build their country as they were taking our land, killing our women, and doing everything else that they needed to do. So we do have a Congress, and we do have a process of citizenship or Aboriginal, indigenous landship. And we're trying to get rid of that word ship completely, because that's something that they use in their system. So our whole entire process is to get out of their system completely. We're still in there, so this is the reason why we're not really we're not unplugged yet, but we're working on the process of unplugging. We're hoping that it might take anywhere from 2 to 3 years, maybe 5 at the max, to be able to unplug from the system completely. So we do have a Congress in place. We have 13 nations that have come together, signed what we call Articles of Confederation. Those Articles of Confederations are a glue and a framework to bring us together underneath one flag, which means underneath the country. So many nations, peace, one flag.
I don't mean to cut you off, but what's the name of your nation?
Well, the name of the nation is Indigenous Nations of North America, right? So what happened is that it's not my nation, it's our nation, it's everybody's nation. Everybody has the ability of being able to join in and being able to represent. This is the reason why, if people don't have an affiliation with the nation, or affiliation with an alliance, or affiliation with a community group in some way, what we do, we come out, we help to establish you, bring you up, and then 2 people from that area that we just established is able to be represented within the main Congress itself. Does that make sense? So the purpose of the yep, go ahead. Questions?
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, dude. Yeah, keep going, please.
Yep. So the purpose of the Congress is to make sure that every nation and every part and everybody has a chance to be able to be represented and be able to come into an avenue as to where they will be able to not only speak their mind, but be able to put forth a direction for all of us as a people. And so what happens is that when a nation comes in, they don't lose autonomy over that nation. They are 100% able to represent themselves any way that they need to represent themselves, but we have an agreement to solidify ourselves so that we can speak as one voice in front of the world community. Now, the world community is exactly what it is. It's a whole nother system, because what we're doing is we are reestablishing ourselves under the framework of what was here before and way beyond then of 1492 before they came. So this isn't a movement. This is a moving forward process, and it's a process of reestablishment, not an uprising or a revolution. So I know that you guys heard the term, the revolution will not be televised. There was a I believe a 1960, 1970 song that came out, and that guy was prophetic because it is not a revolution. It's a reestablishment of who we are on our own land, which gives us a completely different advantage than anyone else on the planet, because we're not trying to take over or come out of. What we're trying to do is reestablish what we already had. They thought we were dead. They thought that they had us mentally, soulfully, and physically. So then that way, as we're calling ourselves African Americans, Black, Negro, nigga, Juju bug, or whatever other connotation they wanted to give us, they thought they had us. So the reason why we did a proclamation to the United Nations, and a proclamation only means an announcement. So that a proclamation, emancipation that Abraham Lincoln put out was just an announcement, wasn't a law, wasn't any kind of rules that were set forth through the Congress. It was just an announcement of what they wanted to do in terms of, quote unquote, setting the quote unquote slaves free for military purpose.
Right. Pardon me.
Yep.
Pardon me, brother. I don't mean to cut you off. You wanna roll. You spitting nothing but fire right now, fire truth, and we're glad to have you here right now, have you speaking. But I have a couple questions, okay?
Yes.
So, we don't want to be considered as citizens, because citizen is property, correct? And we don't want to be federally recognized tribes either, because that's kind of like property to the U.S. as well, correct?
Correct. So this is the reason why we started. This is the reason why we started INA, the Indigenous Nations of North America, because it's something totally different, separate, and apart from the system that is in today. So what we consider ourselves, we have our national boundaries. We've done whatever we had to do. And again, we consider all of North America and the Americas our land. Let's not get that.
South America, North America, and the islands by it too. All America.
That's right. So we consider this all of our land. So the reason why we put up national boundaries is something that we can start with in order for us to be able to control ourselves. And with that, we have protection zones, and those protection zones will grow economic unions as well, branch into each other, and then in a long-term plan, we'll be able to take back everything that is once was ours. So,
brother, I knew. Okay, sorry for cutting you off again, because you always going on a roll, and it's very enlightening. But I have to ask another question. So I've heard that there were Indian slaves from Liberia sent from Canada to Liberia back in the day, and now those descendants of Canada slaves are suing Canada right now for being sent over to Africa. Have you heard of this?
I have not heard of that, but again, a lot of we were all over North America, but there was a lot of how can I say carbon-based Europeans that went into Canada as well, right? And a lot of people don't realize that, because there was a 30-year religious war, 60-year race war, and there was an uprising and a rebellion that was all over Europe, which took about maybe 100 to 150 years. And the purpose of that was to get rid of the black rule that was all over the European continent. So when they chased all of them out, they chased them out pretty much into North America, which a lot of people aren't really privy to. I'm gonna have a brother on there to explain it very intently. so that people could understand that there are, there are some people there were a lot of black people over there, what we call black people, what they call black people, but I call them carbon-based beings over there in Europe. And so, no, I have not heard of that. I'll find out. I spoke to a sister who is in Canada now, who lives in Ontario, Toronto area, and she is pursuing an original Indigenous based system here in Canada over there in that area, and we've hooked up and talked, had some conversation, and we're going to be trying to help her out as well. But we have not heard about that. Okay. I know that just to finish off your question, I know that there was a lot of people here in the United States during the time of the time when they were trying to uplift black people right out, the quote unquote slave population right out of the slavery, and they moved them over to Liberia to create a new nation. Mm-hmm. And when they got there to Liberia, what happened is that the people that were already there considered them to be foreigners, and this is the reason why they still have problems today, and they're fighting against one another. Mm. So there's a lot of our history that needs to be understood as to what they try to do to us, because they try to bring a group of us over there to quote unquote Africa, which is not even the original name of the continent. It means conquered people as a whole entire continent. That's what African American means. African American means the conquered people of the Americas, right? And but again, that's another tangent. Another story for another day. But yeah, so this is the reason why the Indigenous Nations of North America, which is not just a group for me, what I am a representative of the head of state, an elected representative of all of the nations that have gotten together to be able to form this union, this confederation. So it's a representation of what's coming together for all of us and not just some of us. If it's just for some of us.
Right. I don't mean to cut you off, but have you heard of Hermit Shelop? And have you heard of other people trying to already establish this and they getting in trouble with the BIE or BIA and other things? Have you ever heard of these people?
I've heard of a lot of them, and I talked to a lot of the different people. And the reason why a lot of other nations went on this tangent is because they wanted to make sure that it was a pure movement for just the original indigenous beings of North America, and making sure that it was separate and apart from any other governmental system, namely the Corporation of the United States and their subsidiaries. And and we also want to make sure that no one at all, for any reason, is cut out of it.
Okay. Have you heard of ADRIP and UNDRIP and certain laws that protect indigenous and aborigines?
Certain laws from who?
From excuse me, AP, can you brush me up? AP, you still there?
That's the United Nations, brother. United Nations Declaration of Indigenous People and American Declaration for the Rights of Indigenous People.
Right. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, you might be referring to the declaration that was brought up back in 1960s and maybe improved upon throughout the respective years. So how we feel about the UN, again, they operate within the world system. They serve their purpose, but the purpose right now for us as beings of people, we need to be able to show ourselves that we're able to come together and to be able to formulate a system of government that's going to help us all and not just a few. And until we're able to get together and be able to speak on a massive level as one voice, the United Nations or anybody else is not going to pay any attention to us. They're just going to look at us as though we're a bunch of fools. Because right now, I have to be honest with you, the United Nations is not in the business of protecting anybody. And they're not in the business of trying to gain anybody's independence. And they're also a world body that has to be watched very intently, because they are also
involved in some very uncopious type situations around the world. So the most important thing for us to do as beings of people right now, here in North America, on our scale, is to begin to start combining ourselves as one. So many nations, separate and apart, but coming together under one flag, a country, in order for us to be able to represent ourselves thoroughly. And then with the power of that, we'll be able to begin to start moving forward with all of our people under that umbrella to be able to do what needs to be done for everyone. Because we don't want anyone to be left out. Because I'm finding also in this process that we're going through that, you know, a lot of people are developing churches all over again.
Right.
And a lot of people are developing mindsets that are of the Black American type complex. And we might be able to change our names, even change our look, but if our behavior is still the same, then it amounts to nothing, because those people who are in leadership are no different from the people who are trying to get away from in the first place.
True. Hey, how do you feel about the Black Boule, the Greek fraternities, the Masons and Moors? How do you feel about these subsections? We believe that Moors is a description and not just a corporation, even though they establish themselves as that. But how do you feel about the Black Freemasons, the Black Boule, and how do you feel about these sectors and these preachers and these people that shake hands with Trump at the end of the day?
Okay, so you're absolutely right. And I've been trying to tell people this a long time. You know, when you come down to Hebrews and you come down to the Moors, how it was explained back there in Europe, they were actually referring to the carbon-based beings that were ruling over them. And not any specific type of religion. They were referring more so to the people. How do I feel about them? They're all a part of the system. All a part of the system. And if they're part of the system, they cannot be a part of us. We have to reestablish our system. And then from reestablishing our system, we're able to engage in that other system. And when it comes to the UN, we're not a part of the UN. We can send an envoy to the UN to represent our system against their system. And, you know, again, you know, when you begin to start studying the Masons and any aspect of what they are, you begin to start studying the Knights Templars and all the different Christian religions and all that other type stuff. They are all geared towards destroying the system upon which they tried to get rid of, which was us. So we have to reestablish our base, our system, in order for us to be able to engage properly with the system that tried to destroy us. And again, we're still at war. So we're still at war with any of those people that have agreements amongst themselves and against us.
It is us.
And
we are the autochthonous Aborigines of Turtle Island, Abayala, Anawarakoa, whatever you want to call this land. And they play a lot of word semantics, and sometimes we don't know what to call each other. I don't mean to get off topic, sir, but you know, a lot of brothers and sisters have a hard time identifying themselves as Aboriginal, autochthonous, or Indian, or copper colored. They don't know what to call themselves as. You know, we want to self-identify and classify ourselves as the right thing and right tribe or right people at the end of the day. So what do you think is the best word to basically put on paper or to identify ourselves as internally, externally, and all of that?
Yeah, so as I have to get ready to go, I'm going to let you know, I don't believe that we're tribal people at all, period. End of story.
Right.
Done.
Right.
We are not like the Mongolians or any of those, anybody across the pond, put it that way. We are civilization, empire type people. That's who we are. We were brought here on this land to rule, make laws, and to govern. That's what our purpose is. And in terms of self-identifying, whether it's the bronze race, copper-colored people, I go right down to our biological entities, and I really refer to us as carbon-based beings, right? People have a hard time with that, but we are carbon-based. This is the reason why we have carbon in our system, and they have sulfur in their system. We're carbon-based beings.
Pardon me, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you believe that life started in Africa and then made its way out? Or, you know?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't believe in that out of Africa crap. That out of Africa crap was for, you have to remember, the sulfur-based beings, the Europeans, and I'm not being racist, this ain't nothing against, you know, let's kill Whitey, whatever the situation is. But the sulfur-based being people had no history until about 6,000 to 7,000 years ago. They had no history because they were created around that particular time. They were just coming into being at that particular time. They wrote themselves into everybody's history over the past 4,000 years, maybe even shorter than that. But they wrote themselves into history. Beyond that, they had no history, and it proves that in the archaeology record. Proves that in the and anything that you can really, you know, gear yourself to.
Okay, I got another question. Well, maybe it didn't spawn out of Africa, right? But are the so-called American Negro, are they descendants of Africans due to a transatlantic slave trade?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I got to get ready to go. But one of the things that you guys everybody needs to understand is that when you look at the DNA, they had a study of the DNA, the Y chromosome of the African American male, and found out that
it's different.
It was
than
300.
Right.
That's right. It was 390,000 years older than any other DNA on this planet.
We've seen that. We've seen that. Thank you. Listen, brother, we don't want to hold you. I know you have a lot to say, and we have a lot to say as well. And we study the same things, and we're great to have you. And as a matter of fact, can we have you at another time? Because we would love to build. Because right now you're building, but we have to go. So is it okay if we contact you at a later time?
Yes. No, it would be perfect. We're also having a nationwide town hall meeting on Tuesday evening at 8:30. And I'll get with you a little bit later on and give you more information for that. And that's for everyone who is in the United States, who is in North America, who is seeking more information about ENA and the things that we're doing, etc. So yes, I will talk to you very soon, brother.
All right, nice having you, brother. Have a good day at work.
Do you mean Tuesday as in next week Tuesday, or Tuesday as in
next week Tuesday? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, please get back with us. We'll definitely be interested. We're more than welcome to let you come on our channel anytime. We would love you on our channel. And yes, just get back with us with the information.
All right, peace, brothers, and you guys take care and keep up the great work. I am extremely proud to be associated with beings like you. You take care.
Absolutely.
Likewise.
We appreciate that.
Thank you, brother. I knew Thunder.
Same to you, brother.
Peace, brother. I knew.
Yakokai. All right.
Hiya.
Man, that
yeah, man. So
smooth with the huts.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that, but yeah, man. That was nice. Maybe we can look forward to building with the brother more and seeing what his organization got to offer, and maybe getting a little more out of him. You know, that was nice. He dropped good jewels.
Hey, AP, did I come through or not? Come through or not?
You came through. You came
through, bro.
I told you. Listen, man. I don't know if he's listening right now, but I'm gonna send him. We gotta edit this video, man, because we've been cursing a lot. We've been acting we've been acting us. But we gonna send him the video, edit it. We're gonna edit it, and we're gonna make sure he get this video so he can see what's really going on and all that. All right?
Yeah, we'll let Ty Data deal with that. He been busy the last few days, so.
Man, I edit it, man. We don't need, man. I edit it. You know what I'm saying? Ty Data cool and all, but I edit it too since he's so busy. But What I'm about to say? Listen, man. This guy has a lot of information to offer, bruh. You know, I scope out all the Aborigine YouTube
What's that?
channels. I got a list of Aborigine channels for y'all asses. I don't watch the videos from everybody, man. And the next girl next person we gonna get name is Kimberly Purpose. And I know y'all in the chat, y'all heard of her. Because listen, when he brought up the Y chromosome being different in the African male and the African American male, yeah, some of us may have heard it from somebody else first. But Kimberly Purpose, she actually, she had the evidence and facts to back that up. So we're gonna get on next. You heard? All right, man.
Absolutely, Judge, man. We appreciate that, bro. You definitely came through. We looking forward to building with the brother. You can shoot me his email in my, in the back, you know what I'm saying? So I can get in contact with the brother as well. But yeah, man, we just gotta keep it rocking, man. Go ahead and build on, like Z.
Yeah, man, it's like Man Z in the building, man. Shout out to everybody up in the chat. Shout out to my girl Jazzy South Fox. Al, high vibes, baby. Al. Shout out to my boy Root Words. That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He got a short fuse and all, but you know what? That brother got phonetics. He got information out the wazoo. You heard? Shout out to Alicia Aboriginal. Shout out to Alicia American Aboriginal, baby. I see you, baby. Joe 47. Nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? A1 always saying nonetheless. So I don't know if you got it from him saying it, my nigga. But shout out to my boy Ron Redbird in Virginia, baby. You already know how that we get down. C May, what's up, Court? Rainstorm, Carl, all my niggas, man. I mean, all my Indians.
Yeah, man.
What's
Straight
up?
Feathers up, rise up, wise up.
Man, listen, man. We came a long way, y'all. We came a very long way, and our kids, they're gonna reap the benefits of what we study. And this history shit that we doing, that we on right now, is not gonna be for naught. It's not gonna be for nothing. We getting together and we building something. We actually gonna turn things around, man. And we not gonna let nothing stop us. Our spirits are greater than any technology, anything that these people try to put against us. Because we the masters of technology at the end of the day. We the ones, my niggas, we the ones. They the ones they the ones on that hating shit. So, we gonna show and improve, man. Period.
And we're gonna keep building, and we're gonna keep coming together with the steps that we need to become a nation and to become as powerful on our land like we need to, because this is our land. You know what I mean?
Facts. Hey, man, let me tell y'all something, man. A1 pulled up a picture one time.
I gotta get up out of here.
Who that, Light Paul?
Yeah,
peace, Light Paul.
All right, peace, Lenny.
Peace.
All right, Light Paul. Peace. Peace. All right, anyway, yo, so y'all listening?
Yeah, bro, keep building.
All right, so, the other day, I was talking with Chief and AP, and we was talking about this book that AP has sent me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This book on American and Kentucky Aborigines and all its history and knowledge. And in the book, it described mastodons and mammoths and North American lions and all of that. And, it come to my mind like North American lions, mastodons, mammoths. Wait. Is we talking about the movie BC right here? Or is we talking about Europe or whatever? Nah. We talk about American lions and American mammoths and shit. And the North American lion was actually bigger than the Leo lion that's in Africa right now. And it's basically the father species of that whole clique, just how the jaguar is the father species to the puma and the Black Panther, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? The brown panther, they ain't black. They got that copper tone you can see when the sun hit it. And let me tell y'all something. I know y'all watch Pokemon at the end of the day, right? Y'all seen Pokemon. Everybody on the panel, y'all saw Pokemon, right? Hello? God damn. All right, well,
yeah, we seen it, bro. We seen it. Go ahead, keep going.
So check this out, right? There's going to be information we're going to reveal in the future that Pikachu came from a real electrical rat that was inside Americas. Now, this rat used to bite animals and explode the animal's heart with the shit. So Pikachu is based off a fucking American Aborigine rat. Ain't that some shit? Pokemon.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. The information's out there. I'm gonna have to do a whole build on that one right there. That's fire. But yeah, man, we just gonna have to keep it going.
Hey, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Queen Isabella forbade her peoples to enslave Indians at the end of the day. But those niggas that she was talking to, they went against her word. They was, fucking around. They wasn't really paying no respect to her, so they did what the fuck they wanted to do. Right? Now, Christopher Columbus or Crystal Cologne, we always get our tongue ties with this nigga name or whatever. But this nigga right here, he said something very interesting to Queen Isabella. And I'm gonna read this shit right now for you niggas. Well, for you Indians. Excuse me. Man, it's the system, y'all. It's the system. I'm sorry. It's the system. It's hip hop. So anyway, boom. So it says, Christopher Columbus announced that the Prester John or King David was the king of kings, right? He said, in the land of India, and a prince of who is called Great Khan, which means in our romance, King of Kings. And he said this shit, he was saying this shit to the queen and the king at the time, my niggas. Ah, man, I was sloppy. I fucked that shit all up. But I'm gonna show y'all the proof real soon. I got it. I just don't got it on my laptop right now.
Yeah,
all right, man,
right.
I digress.
Keep building, man. You going in. Keep it going.
Hey, man, listen. We got Prester John. We got a person named Alcatraz. Okay? Excuse my stutter, y'all. I usually don't speak on live, so a nigga be shy and nervous sometimes. You heard? But I still got the fire. So let's get it. So boom. We just don't got Prester John. We got another dude named Alcatraz. Look him up. Is an emperor of Ethiopia. But what separates him from an Ethiopian, just like Prester John, he donned a feather headdress. Okay?
Oh.
So we know where the feather headdress come from. It come from over here, my G's. It don't come from over there. So we had people that was from here ruling over there. Just like how we got people ruling over here, that's from over there. It was vice versa back then, my niggas. Everything is reversed.
My Indians.
Right, my Indians. My Autochtons. All right, man. I'm slowly getting back. I'm detoxing off the word nigga and all that stuff. Thank you, AP. Thank you.
You good, brother. Like you said, it's the system. It's hip hop.
For real, listen, man. It's serious, y'all. Listen, it's a spiritual war going around. Nobody's safe from it. Other people may preach this Africans versus Americans or Indians versus this one and that one, but at the end of the day, we are definitely a spiritual body. You feel me? And it's a spiritual war going on. You got to know how to discern certain things. This is spiritual at the end of the day. I don't care what nobody say. This is not just physical, my niggas. My Indians. God. Oh, my God. All right, man. I digress, man. Let me just clear my throat of the word nigga real quick. Nigga. All right, I think it's out. Go ahead, Jaguar.
Oh, 27. Jaguar ain't in. He ain't in here.
Okay, so it's just me and you, AP? Yeah,
man. Keep going, bro.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna just keep on going. All right. So
yeah,
how we gonna get into this?
So Jersey, Lightman Z, when did you come into the information?
Well, like I was saying before, man, my grandma, she was on her deathbed, and I saw a lot of pictures of her when she was younger. And she looked just like those pictures, how we see the Indians or whatever, And, my people's always told me, don't believe what the so-called white man tell you and this and that third. They're not racist, and I ain't racist. What they meant is like, don't believe certain things about what they be saying, because they don't know you better than you know yourself. We know you. So what happened, man? I was studying African kings and queens. Pay attention, y'all. Listen to me real quick, because I'm about to share something personal with y'all. I used to be a part of the whole chakras, the whole herbologist and all of that good fun stuff, the African knowledge, all of that comedic stuff. I was down with it, and I was a Pan-African. I used to email Dr. Umar Johnson and all of that. So after I researched African kings and queens, I didn't feel no better about myself, man. I didn't feel like I was actually, you know, discovering something that can inspire me to the point where I can help other people, whatever. It just didn't click with my spirit. Then I seen a Dane Calloway video, right? When I seen that
I heard
Dane
you.
Calloway video, a Taunton is one video popped up. After the Taunton one video popped up, you already know who video popped up next. And I don't even like to say his name, but forget it. I say it, man. DMX. You heard? His
Straight
video
up.
popped up next. Right. I'm not gonna hold it, man. I'm not gonna be biased, man. I'm all about being unbiased at the end of the day. But I can't respect certain shit at the end of the day. But we're not gonna get into that. That's another time, another story. It's not negative. So let's keep it positive. So boom. You know, long story short, man. That African shit didn't click with my spirit. This Indian, this Aboriginal shit clicked with my spirit. I talked to my family. They told me that my family came from Virginia, and you know, they changed their names a lot of times or whatever. They last names and they first names, because they said that we didn't have last names back then, and we was raised inside a shotgun house. So how more Aborigine can a nigga get? Plus I'm copper colored, right?
Straight up.
Exactly. Coward season is over.
Right. So you said a Dane Calloway video got you then, brother, didn't it?
Yo, man, that brother Dane, he make it plain. And you know what? The genealogy is what ultimately gets you at the end of the day. You feel me?
Right.
You could watch
Right.
100 Dane, you could watch 100 different Aborigine history videos. But if you don't do your own genealogy, if you don't ask around, if you don't do none of that, man, then honestly, you may be studying someone else's history, which is okay. But at the end of the day, like, come on now, be real with yourself. You know what I mean? Shout out the Medicine Man, man. He got the whole series, Who Am I? It's all about your spirit. What does your spirit say at the end of the day? How do you feel? Is this Aboriginal knowledge? Is this helping you go out to chase another job or chase your dreams? What are you watching these videos for at the end of the day, man?
Facts.
You gotta transfer this into inspiration. AP got a life behind closed doors. Chief Holiday got a life. Dan Calloway got a life. Come on, man. It's all common sense. I'm not going to even elaborate. Y'all know my point. But this brother Anu Thunder, we gonna further interrogate and interview, and we gonna further build with him.
Facts.
And we gonna get somewhere, bro. Like
Yeah,
you
it
see,
seems like the brother got some good information, and maybe we just got to get him comfortable. Seems like he was already pretty comfortable building with us on that short period of time. But yeah, man, we definitely ready to get to the information and seeing what we can build.
Exactly. You know, we could talk with all these African scholars all we want, and we could shut them down. You know, we could do all that 50 times over. But where's that gonna lead to? How about we do this? Instead of arguing with them, how about we help them do their own genealogy, and then we slam the Aboriginal history on their ass afterwards. So then they have nothing to say. Because I tell you right now, man, they agree with us. They know it in their heart. They know it deep down, and they can't fight it. At this point, they feeling kind of like, yo, it's like I'm fighting something. I don't know how to fight right now. I don't know how to really fight. I feel like I'm winning, but I don't know if I beat them, because we keep coming back with it. You can't debunk this, bro. It's in our spirit. You can't do it. It's impossible. Come on, man. We in Middle Earth right now, man. Y'all see the flat Earth map with the 33 continents surrounding it? Y'all see other things going around? Y'all talk about Middle Earth being under the ground? Nah, this is Middle Earth. This the old world. This Atlantis. This all them beautiful things you heard about. This El Dorado. This is the greatest place in the world, bro. That's why America on top right now. Hello?
Right. We are. And we're gonna stay on top.
We're gonna stay on top.
You know, people. I've even heard people say, "Well, I've seen this Aboriginal thing come in waves." No, you ain't never seen it come like this, man. This ain't even no wave, man. This wasn't even supposed to be a movement. All it is people coming to the truth, and that's what's moving. And so, if it ain't truth, it ain't going nowhere. It's dead, man. We just gotta come together and keep building. You know, 'cause we all we got. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And you know what, man? We gonna need each other. And right now we need each other more than ever. We got men that's really boys thinking they men, and we got girls thinking they men, and girls messing with it, the gender roles is messing our communication up. The Aborigine male and Aborigine female need to work together at the end of the day to produce a certain power to combat the powers that be against us. You feel me? This
Facts.
Tommy Sotomayor, Cynthia G shit. This
It's
gender
pathetic. I
it's
don't even want to
pathetic.
indulge into that, man. That's I don't give them people no energy, no light, no nothing. Not to give them no oxygen. A fire cannot breathe without oxygen. I give it none. I
Exactly.
dead it. But yeah, not to switch the topic. We got another
The
master
mayor.
teacher in the building. Corey Mayo, what's going on, brother?
Hey, peace, everyone. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, hiya, brother. Let's go.
What's going on with you? Go ahead, drop something for him.
No, man, just I was listening to you guys. It was really good. That was
Oh
really good.
yeah, man. Yeah, we just going in. I don't know if you caught the interview with the brother I knew, Thunder. Did you catch that?
No, no, I didn't.
Yeah, maybe you can go through it.
Yeah, that was a good interview, brother Mayo. I think you missed the best part. But yeah, Mayo, man, you that dude, bro. Yesterday you went in last night on everything, man. It's like you combined all your videos into one segment almost. At least that's what I got from it. You feel me? And I would like for you to summarize what you went into last night on your on 432 Drop Nation, if you could do that, please.
Oh yeah, I was just actually just reading from some chronicles and records from the settlers, the early settlers in North America. A lot of them lived with the Indians for like many years, and this is in their actual accounts. And so, their understanding of what they interpret as a Jewish person or Hebrew, they saw a lot of resemblances in the culture and the traditions that they know of being from the Torah or Old Testament or Hebrew in the Indians. So we think most people think when we're talking about this is we're talking about religion, and this has nothing to do with religion or tags, like whatever they named them, Israelites, Hebrews. You had tribal names. You are the special seed. You are the old ancient people. That's why when they came here, they noticed all that stuff that had been already hijacked and created into religion, and their view of it from coming from Europe and all those other places in the other side of the world. So when they came here, they realized, hey, these people have these same traditions and culture, and they do the same ceremonies, practice the same kind of festivals, all that stuff. So basically, that's what I was reading last night in the show.
That's fire. That's definitely fire, though, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh man. So yeah, what about that book about Kentucky and the mammoth? Go ahead and go in on that, Jersey. Talk to Corey Mayo about that.
Oh, so let me ask you a question, Mayo, because I know you enlightened already, bro. Uh, I read a book that AP sent me, and it says that huge animals ramble over the soil, such as the mammoths or mastodons, elephants, megalodons, big bears, elks, buffaloes, jaguars, and they form licks, right? And it also talks about North American cave lions. Have you heard of any of these animals being inside America besides the elephant? We know where that comes from, the River Euphrates.
Well,
But
I mean, it's general knowledge. It's general knowledge that yeah, all these animals existed in America. You could just Google that. The cave lions, as you're saying, they were the biggest lions ever existed. Were here in America, North America, actually, and the mastodons and all that. I mean, I'm reading books. Well, this is common knowledge too that they found spears in the mammoths and everything. So people were hunting them, and if you go read about mastodons or mammoths, they'll tell you, or the giant sloths or anything like that, they'll tell you they lived in the Pliocene era, early and late Pliocene. And that goes all the way back to 5.3 million to about 11,000 years ago, those two eras. and carbon dating doesn't even go past 10,000 years. So when they find remains of bones of mastodons and these elephants and all that in America with spears in them, how 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 can they say it's only 10,000 years ago? Because you'll read that in the same, they'll tell you 2 million years right on the top, on the same page, and down below they say, well, it's most likely 10,000 years before the present. Most likely, but carbon dating doesn't go past that. So, we got to know that there's many layers of the lies. So it's hard for somebody trying to understand what we're talking about, coming from the outside, a different perspective, because it's many layers of it. I mean, you got to uncover so much you'll run into a dead end. It's on purpose. It's a confusion they created. It's deep. Like I was hearing the brother talking about what languages we spoke. There was thousands of languages over here, man. This was the true old world. It wasn't just one language. And
Yep.
this, university books from Harvard and everything, the anthropology and the study that has been done in Mexico, they found hieroglyphics that are that surpass Egyptian. You know what I mean? This is in their own words. They basically realized how complex it is. And if you study Phoenician languages, you know what I mean, you'll see that it almost is taken from the Maya script and also the Sanskrit. You can see it's related to the Maya script. So, it's not about languages, and not about that. People avoid certain topics that we're presenting, like the obvious facts that we're showing. They're not talking about that. They come with weird questions that make no sense. Because and it's so it's hard to go down to that level. Like I mean, they're not really stumping you. You just be like, what kind of question is this? What's the point of this question, man? You know what I mean? But
That's a
it's not
fact.
to joke anybody. It's just to make understand. There's a lot of layers of this. We really need to understand his story, because it's the story they told us. You got to really understand how deep it goes.
Hey, not to switch the topic, brother Mayo, but let me ask you a question. Do you know any treaties or any bills that's really stopping us from moving on to the next phase? Because we're trying to get this done, man. We could read all the history in the world, which is fun and interesting because that's gonna play a part too. It's playing a part now. But have you studied any treaties, any bills or anything like that got to do with us that can really, impact us in a certain way right now?
I mean, there's been treaties that has impacted, since they started coming over here and invading. There's been treaties from way back. Everybody makes treaties. There's been confederates created, to take down certain empires, certain nations. I mean, Bartolomé de las Casas, the famous historian, the one he came here, he was living in a lot of parts of the Americas. He was trying to supposedly help the Indians, right, the Native American Aborigines, and he would tell you that everything that they came and took, that was unlawful. These people had kingdoms, palaces, dukedoms, principalities. He says it in his books and his chronicles. You know what I mean? He tells you how royalty, how much royalty there was over here, and this was taken unlawfully. So they don't, everything is unlawful. All these treaties, everything is unlawful, but we have allowed it, due to certain circumstances in that time that happened that we couldn't control. But everything returns to order, though. I mean, we can't worry about treaties and all that. The damage has been done, man. We just got to repair from now.
Mm, fire, jewels and gems as usual, man. Thanks for coming on, Mail, because I actually honor, respect, and appreciate the videos that you make and the time that you take out to come and break stuff down, because you don't have to do this at the end of the day, but you take out your time out of your life and you do that. And you know what, man? I thank you, man, for the bottom of my soul. You heard? And behalf of the chat too. Thank you.
I mean, we all surfing the wave, man. We all learn from each other, man. And I'm just doing my part. And I have my children. We live in the same plane, so I must do this. Yeah, that's, some of us are born, some of us the warriors, some of us the chiefs, some of us, help out in many different ways, man. And we carry that. So, it's up to the person, individual, if they want to follow or they want to lead, So, you want to change, you got to be the change, we all know that. So, You know, it's this is the matrix. You can create it. You know, use your thoughts wisely. Think positively. Create, envision positive things or what you want to see. Don't worry or draw back on the negative because that'll hold you back. That's low. You know, you vibrate low when you do that. When you go down to that level. All right. So, you know,
Mm.
all the people, you know, like my boy C May knows about the chakras and everything. You gotta be vibing all the time. You gotta be connected. Not physically, but spiritually. You gotta be vibing always, dodging these hijacks, the negative, the static that always comes our way. You know, it's a frequency war. Tribal war
Mm-hmm.
physically, but in the metaphysics is a frequency war. So
Man,
you gotta be vibing.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, I heard that Queen Khalifa study Egyptian stuff, and you know, they try to say that she studied African Kemetic things or whatever. Have you ever heard of her studying Kemetic things? I'm just asking because I keep hearing this claim, and why would we be studying stuff over there if we had it over here? You know, I'm just asking you real quick though.
I mean, it's a deep question. I mean, what is Kemetic? You know, what does that mean? What is your perspective on Kemetic?
Kemetic, you know, Kemetic, Kemet, Egypt. Old name was Kemet, and Kemetic teachings is basically the teachings of those, you know, those hieroglyphs and those old gods and all those the pyramids and mummies and you know the things that was going on over there in Africa, Egypt. That's Kemet, right? Am I right or wrong?
Well, I guess it did become like a, you know, like a thing, but you know, Kemet, the word is black soil. You know, it's not a specific place. So I mean, it could come from anywhere, really. It's just an aboriginal knowledge or science, really, that it was taken over to those parts eventually and flipped and hijacked in a certain way. You know, it has a lot of the celestial teachings, when I mean celestial, I mean it doesn't vibrate to the creator. You know, it doesn't go all the way to the creator. So you know, there's a little bit of hijack in there, but it originates, you know, with ancient people. You know, that originates aboriginally here. You know, all those
right.
sciences, Enoch, you know, Enoch, Tenoch, that was all over here. You know, so.
Hmm. Yeah, man, you just destroyed the African scholar in me, man. Why you do that to me just now, brother Mayo? I just asked you a simple question. You just destroyed me, the African scholar in me, man. That was messed up, bro. I'll just mess with you. Oh man. Well, AP Chief,
Peace, peace.
what's going on?
Yeah, man. Just letting Courtney LB. I'm out running around though. So
Yeah. And you know what, brother Mayo, I know about the chakras too. You know, this it's not a competition thing at the end of the day. But you know, in Hindu, they study 119 chakras. You know what I'm saying? Most people only study the first seven. You know, you
Yeah.
start at the bottom, which is the root, the red chakra. You move up to the sacral chakra, which is orange. You move up again to the you know, to the yellow chakra, which is you know what that one is, the solar plexus. You know what I'm saying? You go up to the heart, which is the green chakra. Then you go up to the throat, which is the blue chakra. You know what I'm saying? Light blue, like the sky. This is how I think that we talk so much because we're looking at that quote unquote blue sky that everybody debates about what color it is. But damn it, when I look at it, I see blue. So, and you know, you move up to the third eye, which is like it's like a bluish, purplish. Then you go like indigo. Then you go up to the crown chakra, which is like purple but whitish almost, you know. And you know, each chakra act as an aura field. You feel me? So when you come into contact with people sometimes, and your aura may be off or whatever, you know, you got that. That's a good sign that you got to balance your chakras out. Me myself, I don't mess with the chakras. I don't deal with none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But for those who have opened up chakras and have dealt with certain things, I urge you to be responsible with balancing your chakras because you know one chakra being off alignment could really throw off your life. So you got to eat right. You got to take that moringa, brother Mayo. You can tell everybody right now that you have took moringa because the Aztecs used to consume moringa. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, it's well, yeah, we take it here in Costa Rica, Moringa. it's really good.
So, you know, I think people should go out and get that stuff. You know, get the right brand. I'm not telling you go out there and get some crazy stuff, but you know, try it out. Maybe it could spark your warrior spirit and you know, balance yourself out, man. Because this war it's not holding back on you at all. It's not holding back on us. You feel me? We got to be
I mean, they
prepared
po
for anything.
they
Go ahead.
they poison the food. You know, they throw stuff in the sky. You know, they throw in frequencies that are putting you in disharmony all the time. They got you on 440. They're constantly at war with you. You know, I try not to focus on it and just vibe up and you know, just do as best as I can to block that, you know. But you know, we got to know that, so we got to be, like you said, always vibing up, ready, and you know, learn all this stuff. It's all part of one. It's not like, oh, this is a cult or this is mysticism. It's all part of one. It's just one knowledge, you know. And that's why, you know, the Indians,
Exactly.
you know, they were vibing. They were vibing with their nature and the trees and everything, you know. So.
You know what? I noticed when I was younger, I played in the fields of nature and I was like one with it back when I was younger, you know? And I've heard that when you're born, you're the most natural, you know, human you can ever be when you're first born. Like you're just fresh. You have no contaminant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody else ever heard that, but
Yeah,
I
I
feel as
have.
though that, yeah, I feel as that we are so connected as children. And I know people don't mess with the Bible and nothing like that, but man, I'll just mention it again. It says the best inside heaven are children. You feel me? And you know, we gotta get back to this stuff, man. It's simple. You buying that little lemon up in the store to make some alkaline water is worth it, or lime. That's worth it, bro. Like Mayo said, they not sleeping on you, and you don't gotta focus on it. You can keep vibing high and doing your thing and skip to your own beat and be very content and happy and keep climbing. But you got to climb on top of your enemies, because when they throw stuff at you, you got to jump on top of that and go higher. So don't buy no plastic bottles with that BPA in it. That plastic, it melts into the water. Don't do none of that, man. Don't buy none of them animals that they slaughter and you consume that energy. You go up into Wendy's, McDonald's, and people are angry cooking and stuff, and they feed you that energy. I don't know about you, but I pray over the food, man. I don't care what y'all say. I pray over mine. I ain't playing with them. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I do eat that stuff. But most time I try not to. But for the most part, man, we got to become clean so we can prepare ourselves for what we need to do. Go ahead, Mayo. I'm done.
No, no, good man. You're good, man. Keep talking.
Yeah, man, keep building, Joe. You keep it going, bro.
Yeah, man. So we got to take pride and honor into what we doing when we building ourselves. You feel me? Period. If we invented the cars, if we built those pyramids, if we did all of this stuff, when we step into our own car or when we step on the land, everything that you do, you should be in harmony with it because it's yours, man. This breath that you breathing, I don't know if they call it Hawa or what, but this prana or whatever they call it, man, yeah, you gotta honor what's yours. You only get one life at the end of the day,
If you
and you're
study
about to change. Go ahead.
the Native American cardinal points, right? They each have like a symbolism. I believe north would be I am, or water, and water, right? So I am in the Old Testament supposedly is hey yeah, I am, to I exist, you know. And
Mhm.
wata basically is air is water, you know. It's a gas, right? It's a liquid gas. It's basically we are, you know, it is water.
Right.
And you know, the living waters and this knowledge and everything is pure water, you know. The creator is water, man, you know. So you know, you got to be like water, you know what I mean?
Right. That's what
Like Bruce Lee said.
exactly. Exactly. And Mayo, have you seen that video of Bruce Lee playing ping pong with nunchucks? I know it was edited. I know it got to be fake.
I don't know, man. I probably did a long time ago.
Nah, man, you will remember that. Trust me. I'm pretty sure somebody in the chat seen it. Bruce Lee playing with nunchucks or whatever. That junk was crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, Like, let me tell y'all something, man. I dealt with the crystals. I had sage. I had all that stuff, man. And let me tell you something. You are the crystal at the end of the day. You are the one that consumes the sun. They say to clean the crystals, you gotta use sun and you gotta use the moon. But you are the most important crystal. If you're not vibrating right, those crystals gonna be vibrating wrong. Period. You know what I'm saying? So listen, if everything is a reflection of what's inside of you, and everybody you looking at is a reflection of what's inside of you, you gotta love yourself at the end of the day, man. That's another way for you to climb up. You feel me? People talk about the Kundalini. Oh shoot. Go ahead, AP. Ah, whatever.
Yeah, keep going
Yeah,
with it.
people talk about Kundalini, and they talk about they talk about saying certain things, saying certain incantations or whatever. Listen, man, what's inside is going to come out. So when you speak something from inside, if it's not clean already when you speak or whatever, you don't know what you could be saying sometimes. But for the most part, you have to just basically love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then you can move on. And listen, man, it's gonna get nice. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. I'm out. I ran out of gas. All right, so bump it. I'm gonna just ask you some questions, Codemeo. I'm gonna hit you with some hard ones. You already know how I do. All right, so boom.
I do my best to
So
answer whatever. It's,
yeah, bet. So I've heard that Maryland used to be called Rome, right?
yeah.
And we know this. And we've seen the pictures of Rome, and we see how some of the buildings are made in like Roman ways or whatever. Uh, can you go into detail what happened in Rome, which is Maryland, and what happened like what's in Washington D.C.? What's the connection between Indians and Rome, which was called Maryland? Now, what's going on, man?
Man, that's a deep one, man. I mean, yeah, they call that the Washington because they say there's seven hills there. So they build Rome is supposedly built on seven hills, and there's supposed
Mm-hmm.
to be seven hills there in Washington, in that Maryland area. And I mean, hey, a lot of things are pointing, like I said, to the old world being here, but we have to be very careful with when we think about the chronology they've told us about Rome and the Greeks. You know what I mean? Because like I don't know if, like from research and what we've been trying to put together, and different scholars, different teachers out there. The Romans are appearing to be the Edomites. You know what I mean? The tribe of Esau. And if we look at it like in the Old Testament, so tracing it back, is it's apparent. Obviously that would say they are from here. So the original Edomites are from here, because they are cousins of let me see. So it's Jacob, right? So it's the brother of Jacob. It's Esau and Jacob, the sons of Isaac, right? And
Mm-hmm.
from Esau came the Edomites, so they're cousins with the Israelites. And we're not talking about Israelites like religion here. We're talking about the original peoples, yeah, the original seed, the aboriginals, of the creator of the soil. They call Adam, right? Are from
Mm-hmm.
this part of the world. The terrestrial paradise was here. This is the true old world. Ancient Jerusalem and Peru, Hebron, Tiwanaku, Utah, Judah, like the Nile was Mississippi. There's a lot of correlation here. Aslan was Utah. So yeah, all these old cultures, if they saying that is Rome, most likely, I mean, you got to do the research why they're saying that. You got to put all the things together. Of course, the corporation has nothing to do with what the Iroquois had as a government. You know what I mean? The Corporation of America, but it was taken from the natives, if that's what you mean. So they created the capital there in their in their, I guess, Roman city. But we're still
Mm.
actually under Roman rule. Like what I was trying to say about the chronology is that a lot of research is leading that these Romans and Greeks didn't exist like in BC times, like they're telling us, man. So I mean, we're seeing duplicates of events that happened mostly after 900 AD, being put back in BC times, changing the names of the kings, and things like that, but with the same kind of stories. And this is
Mm-hmm.
done with like mathematicians from Russia. Like I'm talking about professors from the highest fields in Russia, taking like 20, 30 years investigating the chronologies, putting them all together, and noticing that there was three different stories that were actually the same. And one of them was like 3000 BC, and the other one was like 1800, another one was like 300 years ago. So he noticed that there was the same story, and that two of them were duplicates. And so this is eventually going to be fixed, man. All this stuff, all this false history is going to be rewritten. We're already rewriting history. Like
That's right.
we cannot believe everything they have told us, because that was the invader story.
Yep.
Why are we still looking for that? Why are we still believing that? We know they came and invaded. These Christians, as they called them, there's other words for Christians. If you look at other definitions, it means warriors or crusaders, right? Those who go
Mm.
into a riders with a sword and establish peace by force. That's a Christian. And if you read all the details of the Indians when they were over here and getting slaughtered and everything, the chiefs and everything, the Aboriginals, they'll let you know how they describe the Christians as armies. Armies. They weren't here on peace. So we got to rethink of the way they taught us history, because the Crusades was basically when they came here. You're still under Roman rule. The Dum Diversas uh, gave permission, allowed all those uh, Moors, Iberian, whatever you want to call them. Most of them were Moors, and to come here, Marranos, whatever, Canaanite Jews or Hebrews, Phoenicians, speaking. This is, they're all tribal, all cousins, but there is a war going on since ancient times. They were fighting for the lot. They've been fighting for the lot of Shem, the terrestrial paradise. They've been on that, and they know what's up, man. And on deeper levels, people know what I'm talking about. So there's a big whole history, that we have to delve into. So yeah, if Rome is there, most likely, but we got to rethink of what we think of Rome. So
Exactly. Exactly. And word, I appreciate your answer, man. This has been a lot been on my mind with so much. Because, when a person hears this history, they have to go back and research and do for themselves. And, I've read about Anatomy Flamenco and other people that talked about the chronology being off. And, in my spirit, from what I see too, the chronology is definitely off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when they talk about the Pangea happened millions of years ago, you know what I'm saying? I can't rock with that.
I
That
mean,
don't sound
we
right.
can't tell that. We can't go back in time. We can't say what anybody was speaking. Those are like really things we can't really prove. But what we know is that chronology was made up by two people specifically, a Jesuit and another person, Scaliger and another name I forgot. People just need to research, and this was done in the 15th, 16th century. That's when they started writing their version of history and erasing everything else. You know what I mean?
So
It
basically
was
right
added
around the time
history.
they
Yes,
started coming over here.
yes, like a little bit after. Yup, the time they came, a little bit after that, when they started like realizing who you were and what they had found. You know what I mean? And we gotta hide this.
Mm,
All right. So this is whatever you want to call it, conspiracy or whatever. Just read the records. It's all there. If you really, I mean, a real antiquarian, as they call them, historian or professor, knows what I'm talking about. And if they want to play dumb, then you got to see the reasons why are they doing that? Why are they why are they playing dumb? Secret societies. So we all know.
exactly. Hey, Mayo. So have you found any quote unquote tribes or people that kept their autonomous ways and they still eating off the land and they're not federally recognized, but they're still doing their own thing? Have you ever heard anybody like that today in the Americas?
I haven't come across anybody that is. I mean, not in my personal travels. or from reading. I mean, I'm not anywhere. I'm not in all the all the countries. I'm not in all the places. So I wouldn't even know what exists really. But hey, man, like hey, you are the native Aboriginal man, and you have not been
Right,
recognized. And so I mean, that's everyone, man.
right. You know, man, this is some deep stuff, man. Some deep stuff. But yeah, man. Yeah. You know, I'm actually looking to get some Quetzal feathers. None of y'all want to know where to get them at, right? Chat or Mayo? Trying to get me some Quetzal bird feathers.
The Quetzal, yeah. Pues, man, I don't know. I mean, I guess I
Yeah,
wouldn't even
those
know where
those
to start, man.
yeah, those birds they still around. So you know, the only way I would actually be able to go get them is like literally travel to go get them. But like I said before, feathers are, you know, they have metaphysical properties to them, meaning that they have spiritual properties to them.
Yep.
And I will actually, I'm not really a curious person, but I am an experimental person. And I don't like to play with certain stuff, but I haven't never come across a feather that gave me a spiritual effect or nothing like that. So, I just want to touch one or see one, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? I heard that the old people back in the day were birds. And that's why you got Thoth looking like a bird. You got Quetzalcoatl like a bird. You got all these people like birds, right? Like what is this thing about birds, man? You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of studying, but what did you find, Brother Mayo, about these birds? Like, what does birds got to do? We always saying feathers up. What's going on?
Well, it's like almost two different like views on it you just gave, but I don't know. I mean, like from my studies of the bird thing and how you see it in mythology and everything, a lot of it goes back to Thoth. Most of these bird images. I mean, he is the ibis, right? The bird, and they say bird is the word, right? The bird is the word. And so this, I mean, the reason is he's portrayed like that. I mean, I found this. There's actually a green ibis. It looks just like the one in Egypt and here in Guatemala, native to Guatemala. I think that's the one they were portraying Toph as
Heard
because
that
he's
birds
from.
that I also heard
Go
that
ahead.
the ancestors use enemies or people that we was pretty much in war with as a representation of birds.
Yeah, yep. I mean, so much scripture regarding the eagle and all that. That's exactly where I was going with it, and exactly. But we also got to understand like we look at the etymology of Hebrew or Eber. Eber means in Old Paleo Hebrew or in Hebrew, pinion, which is feather. So it doesn't just mean like a religion. And why is it that the natives wore feathers and saw it so sacredly? Because there's a deeper understanding there, or overstanding that needs to be done, and past any religion or past anything that we how we view of what we think reality is, or because you got to remember, we view everything as the way they taught us to view it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
because of that, we're kind of programmed. So what we like you were saying, everything we see is a reflection of what's in our mind. So we are constantly creating that barrier for ourselves because we got to go deep, really deep. I got to let go. We got to go through an unlearning process. It's good to know that you are Aboriginal. You know what I mean? But it's a whole lot deeper than that. It's a whole lot deeper than that. And
Right.
if it may not matter, but if to help others, if you want to be a leader, man, you got to kind of like do your research and go deep on it, man. Seek understanding and wisdom. And once we all on that level, man, we can all start putting the information together. We can start building again. We can start, seeing the foundational truth.
Facts. Big facts, man. Yo, Todd Data, Jaguar Omec, what's good? Feathers up. All right. Okay.
What
Crickets.
up? What up, family? What up,
What up?
family?
What up?
I'm just listening. I'm gonna step in a minute. I'm doing something right now. I'll step in a minute.
Yeah, give me a few too, man. Let me get my little one straight right quick. Give me a few.
Hey, family. And when you the brother I was talking to on the phone the other day?
Yeah, Imhotep.
Oh
Oh no,
yeah.
Tanakh.
Oh yeah. Hey, did you get a chance to do that homework we was talking about?
Oh yeah, about the secession.
Yeah. What you found out? Let us know what you found out.
Oh man, man, I read so many articles and so many things on it. It's saying that it's almost impossible to have a secession. But I'll tell you this though, Ty Data, right? I'll tell you this. Hey, Ty Data, mute your mic for a second, man. I mean, or
Yeah, that's
AP.
not me. That's not me.
AP, mute your mic for a second, bro.
I got you.
All right. Yeah. So, anyhow, we had interviewed a dude today. That's actually. Oh man, I can't hear shit. But we actually interviewed a dude today that actually was successful in secession and seceding from a nation. You heard? So I need you to rewind this video back after this video is posted and watch it. And then I need you to edit this video too. Damn, AP.
I seen it. I got you.
Yeah, he's successful in secession, and he didn't literally have to secede in his nation to actually, to make moves. So, your answer is within that interview and that guy, because we're going to interview him again. And when we do that again, we're going to move like never before, bro. We're going to do what we got to do at the end of the day. All this talk is going to produce something positive. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I want to see that positive, you know what I'm saying, that positive forward movement.
Yo, man, we walk in with the right sneakers on or with the right stuff on. Speaking of that, man, let me say something real quick off topic, y'all. If you wear okay, good. If you wear sneakers, right, you blocking off your connection to the soil. There's minerals and ions up in the ground that you're supposed to get, just like you're supposed to get from the sun, or you're supposed to get with the tree, or you're supposed to get with anything that's from nature, like you're supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? Get you some earthen shoes. They cost about $40, but some people spend about $300 on Jordan. So hey, save you some money and connect to your motherland, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you operating in the right way and you keeping your spine straight. I'm not telling you to do yoga or do kinesiology, which is the study of hand signs and all that stuff. I'm not telling you to be Naruto, nothing like that. But I'm telling you, to watch how you conserve yourself and be honorable. Move with integrity, man. We the Indians. Everybody gonna be copying us forever. They already doing it now. So yeah, I ain't mean to get off topic, Todd Data, but I just had to throw that in there real quick, my G. All right.
That's a good point though, man, because peace to y'all brothers, man. I ain't want to just come in all of a sudden, but
nah, man, you done broke the first rule already, bro. Now we gotta fight.
Well, like, man, Z, I don't have a problem with that at all. But nah, though, man, you made a good point though, man. I mean, we do supposed to, at least once a day, man. You want to get your feet planted in the ground, because that's how you stay rooted and stay balanced. Helps you stay balanced and connect that energy to your land. So that's a lot of things we got to really pick up on more of, talking to them more about agriculture, to all the carpenters and electricians and plumbers and all y'all, y'all supposed to be linking up and preparing classes for the people and stuff like that, man. That's why I always speak about everybody getting together, man. All the natural herbalists. I know some people out there know about herbs. I know some stuff too. So we all got to get together and create and structure things to present to the people, because we do keep kind of going over the same information, and we also have to prepare time to study so we can give more and better information. So that'll help us a lot, if we could get people involved that don't mind preparing a class or just a video or whatever. You can make money out of it, if you really certified and know what you're doing with, what type of work that you do. So, this is something that we just, need to build on more too. So, of course, we're going to find more people that, can provide more sources to how we can identify and come as a nation. That's what we really need. So I'm proud, the brother got on earlier, man, and that's what we need more of. And like I say, the women too, we need more women to speak up, to embrace, that energy and that wisdom that we really need, us as men. That's why we be on here cussing sometimes, because we ain't got that balance. We up here with all this war and this aggression. So,
we got that coming. We got that coming. Kimberly Purpose, man. We gonna get it on him, man. Trust me.
Okay.
We gonna get it on him, man. Cause the ladies, they be wanting that, and we be wanting that too. We need that balance. But go ahead. Somebody was talking.
Oh no, I was just, you said it right, man. We need that balance, because all of us, we trying to grow in the most balanced way possible. A lot of us, like I say, are angry, and our women are angry. So we just gotta keep up with the solutions and bring in what's really needed for our people, man. So
right. I'm gonna give y'all a little background to me, right? I was a salesman for 79 different cities in Jersey. I was a mailman for 40 different cities. You know what I'm saying? I worked as a fireman. You know what I'm saying? I went to the academy. You know what I'm saying? I did mad stuff. Now I'm lying about the academy. I was trying to go to the academy, but I'm not lying about everything else. Excuse me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was very athletic. I always did a lot of things in life, and I met up with a lot of people, and I was heavily involved with the dance scene, right? And inside the dance scene, let me just say this real quick, man. Like, we would always dance up inside Masonic temples, right? The dance battles was inside Masonic temples, and I didn't know any better, but I did know about the Masons and stuff, because this is right around time everybody's saying Jay-Z was the devil and all of that. So you know how that go with the Illuminati and all that. So, they would do a hand sign inside the dance world called a gun sign, where you hold your thumb to your index finger and your middle finger, whatever, right? Make it like a gun sign. That's a Masonic sign. And when you do that Baphomet sign, that Spider-Man looking sign, you expelling demons if you read kinesiology. And when you do that gun sign, I don't know what you're doing. I think it's called a light finger or something like that. But you playing with certain stuff that you got to figure out the right way to manipulate. You feel me? So I had to separate myself from a lot of things in life, and I had to try to find myself. You feel me? Been through a lot of jobs, still going through them. But out of all the things that I've discovered in life, I feel as though that this Aborigine history knowledge or whatever, this right here can set the right foundation and right enlightenment and set a person on the positive path. You see, A1 used to be a hustler. You see, Chief Holiday Chief Holiday used to put in work. You know what I'm saying? Mayo got a pass. I'm not going to say there's a bad pass or a good one or whatever. Everybody got a pass in the chat, and everybody done been through something. Let's make this Aboriginal history that we learning from, you know what I'm saying, credit it and not discredit it. You feel me? Because we moving on forward. Go ahead, man.
Chief. Yeah, man. That's right, man. That's right. What's going on, Top Data? What's going on, Jaguar, Old Met? Y'all better sleep.
Yeah, man.
Lightman got the word, man. So those were some good words. I hope everybody was listening, man. So there's a lot of learning to be done and a lot from each other. We all got a little bit of it, and sometimes we got to humble ourselves too. We got to listen sometimes. Just sit back a little bit, listen to everybody, because everybody got a piece of this. Because we all, like you said, a perspective of how the creator, right? So it comes in many forms. While it becomes one, like Captain Planet, right? So.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. And that's how we gonna have to do, man. We're gonna have to come together, man. So yeah, man, we've been rolling for a good little minute, man. So
right. My dad said God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth to listen to twice as much as you speak, right? But go ahead.
Straight up. That's straight up, brothers. Yeah, man. Tadada, go ahead, man. Go in.
Yeah, Lonnie, you can join the panel too. Open panel, anybody.
Yeah, anybody. Anybody. It's open.
Anybody. Word.
Yeah, we've been rolling for a minute too, so yeah, man.
Yeah.
Try to keep it going for about another 30 or so. You know.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, man. Appreciate everybody coming out, man. If anybody want to build on something before we get ready to close out in the next 30, 45, go ahead, man. Drop flame. You know what I'm saying? We all we got, y'all. We all we got.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
looking
a
for
fact.
time. It's just taking long to load.
Okay. Oh, word. So you about to screen share Kudameo?
Oh yeah, but it's kind of stuck.
Oh man. Hey man, I hope nobody forgot what I said last week about Hispaniola being originally called Quetzalcoatl, right? The mother of all lands. You know what I'm saying? You know, this like the Imhotep dude said, this the grandmother of all lands. We're talking about the mother of all lands right here. You know?
Yeah, and I was reading the story behind the word Hispania or Hispania, and if you really start looking into it, it starts more in mythology, and it goes way back to the Hesperides, and that was they saying that could have possibly been Haiti, Hesperides, Haiti, Hispaniola, right? That's what before it was called in Europe. You know that what I'm saying is original Latins, Atlantean colonies that was eventually brought over there by the so-called Romans, right? Or Edomites, like we just mentioned earlier from here. So, it does make sense.
Oh, brother Court, C May.
What up, though?
Oh,
See,
What
May,
up,
what's
though?
up?
What's going on,
What
brother?
up?
How
Yeah,
you doing?
The
I
chief
was
alchemy right
listening and
there.
everything sounded good. Everything sounded good. As far as me, adding anything on, just like it was saying earlier, collectively, this is basically anybody who heard me say anything know that I always keep consistent with this. Every individual has to take account of their own vibration. You have to raise your own vibration. Now, I know we was talking about chakras earlier. My suggestion is at least get out of your lower self. That means at least balancing your first 3 chakras. You got to get into your heart chakra, and you will be balanced to a degree where some things will be a little more free flowing for yourself. So that's always what I'm saying. Get out your lower self. I mean, for the most part, the vibration of the individuals that have met up here is already to the level where you understand the frequency is of a giving nature. Those are individuals in a heart chakra. When you give information for free, like here, you need to know this. Please pay attention to this. You need to know this. When people are ready and willing to do that, they are in the heart chakra or above. And that is what I need my people to be aware of, cognizant of, and then with that, from a collective standpoint, when we're all vibrating high, what they gonna do with us? What the fuck they gonna do with us? They can't exterminate us because they ain't did that shit yet.
They collectively crucified all of you. They collectively did it as a whole, and collectively, you have to be the savior. Collectively, all of us, like we have to save ourselves. Deliver ourselves. That's what the word means, deliverer.
Yep.
So we have to deliver. We have to deliver. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, Court, let me ask you a question. You
Go right
believe in
ahead.
MK Ultra? You believe in MK Ultra?
I believe it is a tool of theirs.
Okay. Do you think that they throw colors in front of us to make us
Oh, they
subconsciously
definitely,
react? Okay.
they
So
definitely
let
do,
me
man.
let me say this real quick. So the red, yellow, and green sign that we see on the traffic light that we created, right? We created the traffic stoplight. But yeah, I don't think that they trying to use the colors red and green to connect our heart chakra to our lower chakra, which is our root chakra, or our lower chakra to our heart chakra, and to assimilate those two. Because when you bring those together, you basically taking the lower self with the heart. You know what I'm saying? You connecting it just like Nintendo Switch is red and green. You see where I'm going with this?
I hear you.
Yeah,
I
man.
hear you.
Yeah, they play all
One thing,
kinds of games, man.
but
Yeah,
Tricksters,
like
man.
when I
another,
was
another.
younger. Go ahead, Court. My bad. Go ahead.
No, all I was gonna say to add on to that, another perspective to look at is when you're in the red, you are in your lower self. You understand what I'm saying? But it still has its purpose, okay? Because that area or the base of our spine, the root chakra, that's for survival. Now that is, it takes, or it has its purpose, but you cannot dwell there. You see what I'm saying? You have to, that's kind of also parallel to ego. Ego helps you survive, but you can't dwell there. You can't let ego take over. You can't dwell in your root
That's
chakra
deep.
or your lower self. That's
That's
where
deep,
shit
man.
gets out of control, and you will not have any control over the results.
And that's what sounds like what happened to Toph because he says that
Thank you, brother.
he he
Thank you.
he lived he lived with the dweller. You know what I mean? He learned he was in the halls of Amenti with the dweller. And from there it's like when he got all his knowledge and all the stuff, man. So man, that's deep because he's known as the trickster.
You see what
You
I'm
got
saying?
if you study history and everything, you'll see. Yeah. He
They
did go
say
by the ego.
What up, family? I want to give shout out to the panel. I want to give shout out, to the Chief Holiday. I seen the Thompson's one been putting in some work. Also, I want to give a shout out to Light Power. I was doing the show the other day, late, like about I think it was about 4 or 5 in the morning. There was some people in there trolling, and Light Power was in there. Light Power was in there going off. So I want to give a shout out to him. But I only got a little bit of time. I just want to talk about a little something real quick, if y'all don't mind.
Go in, brother.
Well, I want to talk about, all of us are in our lives are a little bit different. Some of us is ready to go. We just like, hey, give me, what I'm saying, give me orders, let's go. Some of us is new to the information and we still can't even trust it. It's kind of timid to us. Some of us is heavy deep in it. Some of us is still in the streets. Some of us got a full-time job and we kind of still in the streets. So we all in a different situation. So this is one of the reasons why we all can't coordinate because we all got something different going on. And so I just want to say, those of you who are ready, what I'm saying, those of you who are ready, we're going to do a show, for the people who's ready to actually do some stuff. So that way, we can be able to prepare. What I'm saying? We can be able to make the groundwork and prepare for another group of people to get ready because we're going to have to do these in waves. We're going to have to do it in waves. So the people that's ready to go is going to have to pave the way for the next people to take another step. You see what I'm saying? And those people going to have to make a way for next people to take another step because we all our lives is way different. We got all types of issues going on and everybody just ain't ready to go and just hop on a train and let's ride out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we definitely gonna have to pay a little attention to that. But that's gonna be coming up. Now, also, I did see the show earlier, and the brother was talking about the culture again. That's when that culture keep coming up, and that's one thing I keep mentioning is that we cannot bring this culture to to what's next. You see what I'm saying? If we bring it to what's next, we're not gonna be able to make it that long. because that culture is what got us in this mess and what's keeping us in this mess. And we go to a new place and bring that same culture, we ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just moved somewhere or did something and then just went right back into the same stuff. So we gotta definitely work on that also. And also I got a question for the panel. Anybody up here professional YouTubers? Anybody on the panel professional YouTubers?
No, absolutely not.
Right. And so, right, I didn't think so. And so, because I done seen a lot of you dudes break down some good knowledge plain as day. You know what I'm saying? Corey Mayo, Tontinus One, Chief Holiday, Jaguar, AP. I done seen all y'all break down some knowledge in the most simplest form. And see, but y'all, I don't think y'all realize is that when y'all messing with some of these Pan-Africans and whoever they call it, these guys are professional YouTubers. Okay, they're not fighting the fight you're fighting. Okay, you're fighting the fight with your facts, with heart in it, with your soul in it, with research in it, with numbers, things you learn, things you say, common sense, common knowledge. You fighting all that against some professional YouTubers. You see, and so I don't think you guys really realize that. And so and you might be able to, you know what I'm saying? You might be able to, because I know a lot of people want to debate and they want to battle, but it's gonna be very tough because you're not fighting facts against facts. You're not fighting logic against logic. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I've been trying to say.
Right.
That's what I've been trying to say about the question the dude is asking. It's like it's not that he's stumping us, is that that's a ridiculous, I mean, it makes no sense, that question. What is the point? You know what I mean?
Right. These guys are professional
I mean,
YouTubers.
in my personal thing, I mean, before I started my channel, you know, I saw all those channels. These dudes been on YouTube. And so I already knew what they're there for, man. I mean, I'm not really worried about them. I mean, in a battle or a fight means there's two parties involved. I'm not even going.
Right, and
that's what I'm
trying to say. I'm trying to say, look, we got everything we need. Only thing we missing at this point, y'all, we missing an architect. We missing somebody with waste management, because we need somebody we need to be able to deal with our waste, and we need somebody that's heavy into agriculture. Out of those three things, that's what we're missing at this time. Everything else is all ready to go, you guys. It's all ready to go. That's the only thing we're missing. So if any architects out there, anybody that knows about waste management and knows about agriculture, please come forth and let us know. Everything else, we got it. So we got everything we need to move forth already. You see what I'm saying? So there is no need to even try to waste your time on a professional YouTuber. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Because they're watching and they're learning. And what they're learning how to do, they're learning how to find tricky little questions where they can get you at on YouTube, because it's not about the facts. It's not about what you've seen in that $300 book. It's not about that. It's about this one little moment of time where I got you on my platform and I clown you. That's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? You see the video when dude clearly lied. He clearly lied right there in front of Consciousness' face and said, yeah, the lady said 2,000 years. Like 2,000 years, man, that's like 20 grandmas ago. Are you serious? You know what I'm saying? And they talk, and it was 2026 BC. You see what I'm saying? So you guys got to realize that. You see what I'm saying? So I done seen the video today with the Tontinus, and he just broke down some stuff. I'm logging on in the middle of it, and I'm like, what is this? And the shit was just lining up. I'm just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are putting in so much work, and I'm you know what I'm saying? I know I'm no figure to be proud, but I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of my people. I'm proud of what y'all doing. You know, and I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best, but we got everything we need. We do not need the approval of the YouTube personalities, the professional YouTubers. We do not need to get in. Right. We don't need them to let us in. You see what I'm saying? Just shut the door, unsubscribe, and just do us, because they're watching. You see what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, by next month, by August, they're gonna know every little question to clown you with. You see what I'm saying? But they're not gonna hit you with no facts. It's gonna be clown questions. You know, Kung Fu questions. They already doing it right now. But by next month, they're gonna be coming out heavy at you because they
That's
see
what
all the work
Babylon
you
is.
put. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say, you know, and I would like to say, man, we got everything we need. I would like for people to stand down from the YouTube personalities because it's they're not fighting what you're fighting. You see what I'm saying? Dude couldn't even mention right there that he was wrong. You see, nobody talk about the pyramids no more. Let's get him on the DNA, y'all. Let's get them on the DNA. They ain't cracked open the DNA yet, but those pyramids, that shit's been cracked open, but ain't nobody gonna say that is that. See, because you ain't dealing with nobody that's on facts. Because dude clearly read that and said, "Oh man, 2000 BC, dude, that's old, family. Damn, you might be right. I'm gonna check a little more into this." Dude was like, "No, hell no. I'm like, hell no, we not giving y'all this. Not today, you not." You see what I'm saying? So you know what I'm talking about, Corey. So I just want to let people know that I want to stress that fact. You're not going up against your equal. These dudes are professional YouTubers. Keep that in mind. You trying to go on a debate and fight scholarship or whatever you want to call it with a professional YouTuber or professional clown or a professional whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking down professional YouTubers because it is a job, but it's not the job to be leading the people from. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try to watch, man. I gotta go with the in-laws today. They ain't got no internet over there, and don't nobody speak. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to tune in, family. But I'm gonna head out. Peace to everybody. Cheap holiday. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that tribe up stuff going. But those of you who's in the category when you ready to go, okay, we got a video coming up for y'all. For everybody that's ready to go, and for everybody who's kind of new. And everybody who's just kind of in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Wait your turn. You don't wait your turn. We ain't gonna try to manipulate you and shit to jump in, and we ain't gonna try to use no tricky and try to petty you, all the black woman and all this shit to try to get you to jump in. We just do it at your own pace because we're gonna set some steps up for you so you can just gradually and then jump in the pool.
Just be water. Just be water, man. Just go with the flow.
Right. So peace, everybody.
Peace, Dr. Much pleasure, brother.
Peace.
Hi.
Yeah, though, man. So, like he was saying, though, you know, from here on out, man, and I know how I'm gonna handle anybody that's trying to, you know, dispute the information in a negative manner. You know, just tell them, well, like he just said, unsubscribe or go watch some African videos. You know, there's no point of people trying to come on here and trying to convince us like we haven't done research or haven't spent the time to figure all this bullshit out. Excuse my language, but yeah, so, you know, it's easy, man. It's just really just that easy, you know, and he right. They professional YouTubers. We're not. So the more we put out, he right. They're going to keep trying to figure out, okay, well, what they're not proving yet, what they're not discussing yet. And it's all because they know at the end of the day, us nor them have the actual tools to figure out most of this anthropologist and archaeologist stuff. So of course we're doing what they're doing research. And until we find somebody or one of us are able to do this type of science, we'll be on our way, which will probably happen really soon. But you know, we'll keep it flowing, man. You know, high vibes. Y'all know what time it is, man. We building strong, man. They ain't gonna stop us. We just gonna keep, like I say, connecting with the people. Everybody remember.
Right. Now it's time to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Let's start building. Let's start actually building tangible things to create a social economic pathway in our communities, in our cities, in our towns. You see what I'm saying? Now it's time to start networking. You know what I'm saying? We got to use this to our ability and to our advantage. So yeah,
facts.
See, they keep building on.
What I was going to add on to what you was just saying is once we are established as a structure, we can literally start reinforcing the lease. Y'all owe.
Fact.
You owe. You owe. And you owe retro at that. It's not from here on. It's from here on and back rent.
Facts.
It's from here on and back rent.
Right.
Okay, so that's you know what I always say, that is once we are organized, we can and start enforcing some things for our favor. Start getting our land, get land back. Start farming for ourselves.
That's right.
Infrastructure, however we want to move forward as ourselves. We don't got to mirror shit of theirs, but we do have to get organized. But
That's right.
We do have to get organized.
Yeah. So one thing is, like, we know it's this kind of thing involves a lot of trust in your brothers,
That's right.
and your family, and your tribe, right?
Agreed.
And just know that we're vibing up, all of us here in this panel, everybody who's following us, everybody, and anybody who comes with these negative or evil intentions is gonna get repelled because we're vibrating higher.
Exactly, and that's why I don't worry about it so much, because we will recognize that shit. We will recognize it.
Exactly. So if you're out there, you're listening, don't even. It's not even. It's just gonna, it's just gonna be repelled.
It won't work. It won't work.
Exactly.
Go get your refund. Go get your refund.
There's a lot of trust.
Go get your refund.
Involved.
It ain't gonna work. Go get your refund. You wasted your money.
And you know what? If you want to build and stuff, and you want to structure and stuff, it starts in your room first, man. Clean up your room, clean up your house, and then clean up around your house, and then you could go from there. You know what I'm saying? But you start with your family first if you want to start with
space, what you eat, food choices.
Be ready. It'll bless you. It will reward you, man. If you have a clean atmosphere, it will reward you. And if you clean everywhere you go, then your atmosphere gonna reward you. You know what I'm saying? And we are clean people.
That's the result of vibration. Exactly. That's the result of vibration. Exactly what you described.
And like you were saying, man, we can make these moves when we got people in play. We cannot go to these people without the proper people in the proper place, man. So we really want the right people, and we want to do this right, y'all. So that's all I gotta say.
Hey, Court, I wanted to say, you think it's okay if I tell them how to open up their heart chakra or balance it real quick? Because I know how to do that.
I mean, any information that's factual is pertinent. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's all part of one thing.
Wait. Before you do that, now that I think about it, it wouldn't necessarily benefit revealing just that, because in a chakra balancing situation, no matter what you are lacking in or what area you may be lacking in, you have to start at your root chakra. So
that's right.
Yeah, you have to. So that would be counterproductive, and we don't want to do that. So
right.
Anything with the chakras, I'm always gonna say you got to start with your root. I don't care if you know what I'm saying. If you're balanced, or if you're questionable where you are balanced, you still have to start at the root anyway. So if we and that's another build that we could do, and we could explore the techniques for each chakra. But like he was saying, as far as like getting things ready for people for curriculums or whatever, I want to get some things together with the chakras, some chi energy things, some Reiki, the crystals, the minerals. I'm already, with the herbs. Y'all already know that I'm with the herbs and things of that nature, with the basically indigenous type of eating. The only thing that I can't not partake in is seafood, but they injected that allergy in me when I was a child. So we gonna just chalk that up to that, because I can't understand why any other reason why I cannot eat seafood. So I'm like, all right. They hit me with
shellfish?
No, none of it. They hit me with the okie doke. So that's that. But I don't really preach don't eat seafood to anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Not so bad.
But vibration, meat, you know what I'm saying, does lower vibration. So You got to be real conservative with that. You know,
Yeah.
you can't go gung ho with the meat. Pork is out. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't give no.
So in the new in the new Nubian, well, Malachi York teaches that the pork or the pig was made by Imhotep, right? He grabbed the rat, the cat, and the dog supposedly,
Rat,
and
cat, and
that's why
dog,
they're
right?
yeah, that's why they're albino, and that's why they're because they have white hairs and they're all pink and stuff. So he says they're
Yeah,
really
that.
albino.
I mean,
That's what
they
Nubian. I'm just
they
there's all kinds of
they did a number on us with the pork shit. You know however that shit got introduced to a lot of our people. That was obviously a trick. That can't be part of the eating lifestyle. I don't use the word diet because it has the word die in it. I eat to live.
yeah.
So
That's what's up.
you know what I'm saying? And all of that is vibrational with the herbs, the crystals. So, we can get things ready for people, like he was saying, get things ready for people like, okay, just you don't have to be 100% on this, but understand that this is part of our science. These are the things that our ancestors used. These were the tools that they used, and this is how you can use them for your benefit. That's all I'm talking.
Yeah, man, that's powerful shit right there. That's powerful.
I want to see what Kuda Mayo doing right now, man.
I'm just
I didn't
pulling.
cut you off, AP. Go ahead.
No, I was just pulling things up from here, from the just to read some things. This is an account from well, we all know this probably, or in case you don't know, some people might not, first time. Verrazano. This is in a book that's called The History of Hernandez Soto in Florida, record of the events of the 56 years from 1512 to 1568. Now, it's not to correct anybody, because we all learning, man, and this is all stuff new to me too. But the Spaniards have been there, as you can see, since 1512, to in the Americas, they even before. So they were the Spaniards were way, they had colonies there way before the English. That's what I meant to say. So there's a whole history there. They tell us that they bring the first so-called Negroes, the first so-called slaves actually in 1619. But there's many records of all these Spaniards, or whatever, quotation Spaniards, whatever, Moors, whatever, and bringing up their own Negroes way before 1619. So there's deeper levels of everything, you know what I mean? So in this account, Verrazano, I have the actual book too of Verrazano, so I was able to verify. It says the Spaniards penetrated into Florida as far as to the fountains where the Chicagua takes its source, and down in the bottom it says that the Chicagua is the Mississippi River. So the Spaniards reached all the way to the Mississippi. All right. So they saw the mounds, obviously, the mound pyramids and all that, and all the different tribes they encountered along the way. So again, that whole area of the southern United States was called Florida, not just the state that we know today. And Florida means flowered, or a flowery place, or a place where there's a lot of water. Floreada, in Spanish. So that whole south, it went all the way to Utah, almost Kansas actually, not before Utah. So like all the way almost to Kansas, Texas. That whole area was called Florida. All right, so they got to the Mississippi. It says there, and it says this river to ascend from Aminoa, where was made the first embarkment as far as these fountains, is 300 leagues, and from this province to the sea 500, so that there extends altogether the distance of 800 leagues, which our men traveled. All right, so it says during the 3 days that the Spaniards recruited themselves, they saw on the last day about noon, coming from a place full of reeds, 7 boats, which advanced towards them. There was in the first a very large and very black Indian, of an aspect very different from those who inhabit the interior of the country. The barbarians of the coast are black in this manner. Barbarian in his perspective, right? But we had again principalities, dukedoms, in royalty over here. Bartolomé de las Casas in other accounts. If you go to Peru, if you go to Mexico, even in North America, They weren't living in big, huge golden cities, but they were living in high class too, high royalty. All right, so gotta dodge that one. So it says there was barbarians of the coast are black in this manner as well, because the sun is there warmer than elsewhere, and because they are continually in the water, which is salt. For the land being dry and sterile, they are obliged to fish in order to subsist. All right, so that's that account. All right, this is from let me see, ancient civilizations of Mexico. No, actually, no, sorry, it was this one. Hold on. It's this one. The ancient cities of the New World, travels and explorations in Mexico and Central America from 1857 1882 by Desiree Charnay. All right. All right. So he says that I select for myself some masks which portray the various Indian types with marvelous truth, and at times not without some artistic skill. Among them are types which do not seem to belong to America, a Negro. He says seem not to belong to America because again he is seeing it from perspective of what they think a Native American is, which is the Mongols, right, or the Asian looking ones. So he says, okay, this is unusual. This one looks like a Negro, so it doesn't look like it belongs to America in his perspective, right? And it says see plate, and this is the plate. I don't know if anybody can see, but and then it says whose thick lips and flat nose and woolen hair proclaim his African origin. So, again, there you go. They always throw in the African, right? But we need proof of this. Why does he saying? He's just saying because they're Negro. He realized the pottery there is basically depicting so-called Negroes, right, in ancient Mexico. So he's throwing in the African. But when you go to look to the history of these people in the portraits, you go look to the specific tribes, there's nowhere in their history saying they came from some place towards that way or called Africa. All right. So we got to dodge the hijack there. So below this, a Chinese head, it says a Caucasian, Japanese specimens, heads with retreating foreheads. We know they came and invaded and mixed. There was a lot of waves coming in from Asia. All right. So in this book, also you can see the cross, which is an Aboriginal symbol. It's really in Paleo Hebrew, it's the T, right, or the Taf, which is a mark or a sign or monument, the crossing of energy points to ley lines. And people say that is the emblem of the Garden of Eden too, or where X marks the spot, right, the treasure or the terrestrial paradise. And again, that was Hesperides, that was over here. There's other accounts of Haiti, being referred to as Atlantis. And when Columbus got there, and his second voyage, he describes how there had so many, trees with fruits and different species. He couldn't believe his eye. And he was saying how it was like a garden, a garden of Eden. So, all right. So, all right. That's it. Anybody else want to?
Nah, man, that was fire. Anybody else want to say something before we get ready to close out? Go on, get your finish. Last little words then.
Don't try to smoke weed in Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have your connects every time. You can't just go by.
Hold on.
That's hard.
I didn't say I didn't, but you ain't gonna find none there. How about that?
Yeah, could happen definitely.
And they real strict about it. They were talking about they people be pointing people out with that. I'm like they snitching on weed. Like the cigar culture is solidified down there. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's not that it ain't here. They just got it roped off somewhere. It cannot not be there. It's an island. Come on. But yeah, that was a good experience. I showed the picture to Curry Mayo.
Oh yeah.
They had a statue of an Indian brother named Hatui, who was burnt at the stake. He came from either Haiti or Dominican Hispaniola to warn the Cuban Indians, let's call it, for lack of a better, the indigenous brothers and sisters on what they call Cuba. He was warning them that them boys was coming, And
He called them Christians.
yeah, he said the boys was coming, and then they caught up to him, and they dealt with him. But they got a statue of the brother in right along the road in between a town called Trinidad and Cienfuegos. It's just right there on the side of the street. No depiction, no description, nothing. Just him and his staff, and he's on this rock. And I took a picture, and I took a picture in front of the brother. But yeah, that it. Can I show him the picture? Just goes to show you we was there too. Go ahead.
Go and show the picture, Corey Mayo. But yeah, man, we're gonna, matter of fact, got an interview coming up with C May about his experience down there in Cuba and an interaction with some of the indigenous brothers there. So yeah,
I want to actually.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
There you go.
So I wanted to, yeah, that's crazy. I asked him when he sent to me, is this in the middle of nowhere? Because, the story is deep.
Basically,
the story
in
of what
the middle
happened.
of nowhere. Yeah.
I mean, this is Hatuey, right? Hatuey was, very popular. He was very known in Hispaniola. He went to Cuba. They couldn't catch him. He kept escaping them. They were so pissed when they finally caught up to him in Cuba that, instead of just making him a servant, an indentured servant or whatever, they decided to burn him and all his people that followed him, burn him alive on the stake.
Yeah.
Right. And so when they're burning him alive, this is in Bartolomé de la Casa's account, the devastation of the Indies. It's out there in the book, it's recorded. They were telling him, hey, you can still save your soul if you accept Christ or Christianity before you die, so you can go to heaven. That's what they were telling Hatuey, right? So Hatuey is like, hey, do all Christians go to heaven? He's like, yeah. And he was like, well, I'm going to hell then. I'd rather go to hell. Light it up more. Fuck it. That's a real account. And that was your ancestor.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That was
me.
Real, man.
Yeah, that was
Talking
real.
about being
It's no realer than that.
And all that. You got crucified collectively.
And that statue is in the middle of nowhere. Like, I just came up on it.
Kind of sound like an old Bible story, you know what I mean? Like Rashak, Meshach, or something like that.
It probably is, man. That's what I mean. That's my whole point. It was probably written somewhere in the Bible.
The highway on the way to Trinidad. And we went to the beach in Trinidad, and from that coast, we weren't far down enough to be facing Jamaica. We were actually facing Cayman Islands from the Trinidad coast. So that'll give you kind of some kind of
visual
idea of where that statue is. It's on the road. It's closer to Trinidad, but it's not in Trinidad. But it's near Trinidad, and it's in between Cienfuegos, 100 Fires, and Trinidad. That's where that statue, and that's where I took that picture. I was like, there's no way in the world I'm not taking this picture. I'm like, what? I'm like, are you serious? Yeah. In the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you brought back Sun Forest though, C May.
I mean, it was meant because I had no idea. I didn't know that was gonna, manifest, let alone why, that they would idolize or memorialize them. So it's bitter and sweet to but that's a lot of our ancestry anyway. You know what I'm saying? We know that a lot of our ancestors fell victim to some gruesome shit. Gruesome. That would be
grabbing 2-year-olds, cutting them, trying not to play
it lightly. Gruesome would be putting it lightly. And this brother is one of those individuals. But yeah,
same thing in Anacoa.
No, I was just all I was gonna say is whenever we can set up something, go into depth, and then maybe I could do a screen share where I can show some of the other pictures that I took while I was down there.
Yeah.
Because I did learn some, and I'll save that for that time. But I got some really keen perspective on why Havana is in the condition it is right now.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to get you in and build on that. Get a good interview, like I said this week, whenever good for you. And yeah, man, we'd love to go in on that.
Add power. You got my DM, so you know what I'm saying. We can link and get that going.
For sure, definitely. Any of the other brothers got something to say before we get ready to close out? Jack, Lightman, Copper and Thompson.
Shit, just you already know, man. Good build, man. Let's keep it going. We really serious about this networking thing, y'all. So, hey, we can start now or we can start tomorrow. Hey, either way, we got to make a start.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. So, Lightman, go on. Got something to say before we get out of here?
Nah, man. Thanks for having me again, y'all, in chat room. I appreciate building with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to be in the chat room, like, throwing them bombs and them jewels and all of that, supporting or whatever. Now I'm on here talking and bringing interviews to the table, and it's the least I could do. And I just hope everybody tomorrow morning, if it's not raining, go out there, plant your feet in the soil, sun gaze. You know what I'm saying? Get back to what you got to do, and start putting some moves for your people. If not yourself. And that's it, man.
Facts.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Copper and Thompson, you want to say something before we get ready to leave, little bro? Well, shit. I guess we're going to get ready to close out, man. It's your boy Aboriginal Power. Shout out to the brother Chief Holiday. He was running around a little bit today, but, we held it down for him. But, yeah, man, peace, love, and light, man. Just keep doing what y'all doing. We all we got, y'all. So, we about to get ready to end this thing. And,
all right, y'all. Peace. I'm going to holler at y'all.
For sure.
Peace.
Peace, man. So, yeah, like I said, keep doing the research. Don't take none of our word. Go do the research for yourself. And everything.
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine in. The Duke of Tears and Empress about to begin. Giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Duke of Tears with some more offerings.
Going out to the all men. Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the all men. Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the whole.
Swooping through like an eagle, more like a stinging bee. Ancestors is left, right, in front me. I'm all that vid dynasty, live inside me. Moon goddess is worth, native, made for greatness. Wild, with natural style, rain dancer under the moon, knock through the pearly gates. Escape from Spain to Panama, we still ahead of y'all. Never racing, just slow pacing to the top of the dome. We stand tall, y'all. Never lazy to walk, clap, just clap back. For all the more talking shit, never stop. A little petite, but never retreat. 10K is doggone tall, y'all. Chopper riding, we awake, verity streaming, ET beaming, blood chop, lightsaber walker, wolf talker, never stop.
To the all men, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the all men. mind talk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the tomahawk chop in a Tiger City block. Big Buffalo people coming back to wreck shop. Hip hop about it, pop bird for raw, indigenous rock with the native chant, Christ war dance, at a glance, anyone who glance at the Shechem war dance, Chief Seven Feather Owl, the Moorish Colin Powell, make all these 14th Amendment rappers throw in the towel, square, compass, and travel, these masons taking oaths, disrespect the crown of the home and mind talk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot,